Hey, man, I'm good,
It
man. I
won't
can't
be
complain.
cinematic, huh?
Yeah, man, I can't
It
complain.
won't be
Hey, man,
cinematic.
everything's good. I was about to say something from the episode, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay. But like they said, they're doing good. I'm doing well. And we are here, man. I can't believe it, man. We are moving through season 6. It's kind of weird a little bit. Like it's like, dang, we are moving through this
Hey, I
thing.
forgot. I forgot how I forgot how week 6A was.
Oh man.
I got a
Oh
comment on
man.
that when we get started.
Oh
Like that shit
man.
I forgot how
insane.
week 6 was, especially compared to 6B. Like 6B is
Mm-hmm.
up there in top 3. But
Yeah, that would be
6A
an
is, man.
interesting back of the Bing episode. Is you know how people do that structuring a classic album or structuring a, if we structured this whole season 6 into like 13 episodes, like to make it like this would be the elite last season based on the episode. I think that'd be a good back of the Bing. What y'all think?
What would stay, what would go?
Yep. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
that
got to
would be
be the
good.
13 episodes because that's the Soprano, season format or whatever.
Yeah.
So we just
Yeah, that
pretty
would be
much
good.
taking 4 episodes. Well, we could take I think we take probably one episode from 6B out, chasing it.
Yeah. I can't wait to get there. We'll see how does that compare to, whatever we feel like is the best in 6A. I mean, or yeah, like the best in 6A or whatever. But
Oh no, that won't be better than like Mr. and Mrs. John Sacramone presents.
Okay.
And
Okay. So
even
there's
stuff
definitely
like,
something that
I
can
know
write.
I know off rip I like that more than
Yeah.
chasing.
Okay. Okay. But we are here. But before we get into today's episode, and despite Lou synopsis, we gotta acknowledge the supporters of ours. If y'all haven't already, man, y'all want to get it in. Some of y'all have been listening for a while, and before you know it, we'll be wrapping up the Sopranos as a whole series. Of course, we'll still be feeding this feed with creative concepts and eventually a Patreon for all of your mafia fixes. But if you haven't already, goodearnerpod@gmail.com, or y'all can hit us up on Instagram, goodearnerpod_Sopranos. So our first comment we got is from YouTube. It's from Joe Nelson. And he says, and my vote for the next podcast you guys do is Highlander, the series.
Heard good things about that. Hearing
Okay.
good things.
Highlander. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, Joe. It's just way down there, brother. It's
Oh, you can rip that band-aid off. It ain't gonna happen, Joe.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. It'll be years. It was that one.
Yeah, I guess
I don't think enough people want to see that.
Nah, it ain't.
Yeah.
Our next comment is actually I got a text from one of our listeners. He's the painter he's really an exceptional artist, Matt Pexon. He says Da Giovanni in Italian, Giovanni means young. So even by his name of the restaurant is a jab at Artie.
That's crazy. That's funny.
That's a real deep cut right there. I was like, dang. Man. So you really are old, like you out with the old, in with the new type of thing. So that was a dope reveal. He always sends me a lot of deep information. So shouts out to him. Our next one is from Kiori the Okapi. He hit us on season 6, episode 7, Luxury Lounge. He says, we all know that Christopher and Little Carmine are getting cropped out of the Kingsley photo, like French Montana got photoshopped out of the Jay Nas photo by the Diddler.
That's funny.
Gonna be a crop.
They was getting their little mama on. They was getting their little mama on with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. She up there all up in the video. Man. Well, thank you.
The footage of that is so funny. Like Beyonce literally trying to stop her. Have y'all seen a full view of it?
Nah, I haven't seen a full view. I just look at Jay-Z's face.
She just looked like, oh,
Beyonce like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No.
The mama was like, fuck that.
And even getting the interview of it was just hilarious too.
You do that, Mo. Mo, you do that.
I definitely wouldn't. No.
You do that.
Nah, not on that. Not on that scale. Energy. No, not on that scale.
Energy,
I would do something like that, but not on that scale. That's like, this is a live concert. We had no prior conversation. There's nothing that would make me feel like this is Jay-Z and I'm Lil Mama, and I would feel like, oh, this is a moment for New York. Like, no, No, like there's moments where you be like, oh, you call, oh, okay, but that wouldn't be. Scale is crazy. Monica Goldberg, she hits us up periodically. Shouts out to her. She said, I appreciated your episode this week, even more than usual. Thank you so much for doing it. We need things that bring us joy more than ever, and this podcast definitely counts. Heart emoji. Luxury Lounge is definitely not my favorite episode. Parentheses, too much cringe. But I had to crack up at the poster about no tolerance for sexual harassment right behind Artie and Tony during the heart-to-heart conversation around the 47-minute around 47 minutes. Priceless.
That's fine.
Especially when Artie, the main one, sexually not assaulting, but I ain't put
definitely
that on Artie, but harassing for sure.
Yeah, definitely on some like you stare at me. Yeah, he's nuts.
He definitely a Me Too candidate. Artie's definitely a Me Too
he's
candidate.
definitely adjacent. He's definitely
yeah. That's a good word. He's Me Too adjacent.
Me Too light. diet Me Too.
Facts. Thank you, Monica. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate that. And I want to say that too. I alluded to on I think the last episode, just saying that like we really need things like this. I'm glad that it has taken a hold on some of you, that y'all can come here every Monday and get your laughter and joy and just something to distract you just for a brief moment with the heaviness of life. It's just like the that's the mundaneness of life. It's too freaking hard or something. I don't know. So thank y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
definitely appreciate that. That's real.
Yeah, that is real. And that is all of our messages this week from the supporters of ours. Spike Lou, what episode are we reviewing today?
I took it light on you this week, Moha. This is season 6. This is episode 8, the infamous Johnny Cakes. You want a short stack or a tall stack?
Hey man, come on.
All right, man.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
All right. AJ is acting out because of the shitty situations and jobs that he's in. Vito sees an act of heroism. Tony, he's offered a deal on some real estate that he can't refuse, or can he? Vito sends out signals, but can he handle it? And AJ, what did he do? Absolutely fucking nothing. He did nothing.
Big jerk off.
Big jerk off.
Oh,
This is season 6, episode 8, entitled Johnny Cakes.
Crazy.
Call him Joe Jerk Off.
Joe Jerk Off.
Is that what he called him?
Listen.
So then what'd you do?
All right, bro. We open up and Tony is getting some Carmela cakes, and he is very happy to be here. Man, I don't have much to add. I just imagine like how backed up Tony was. This had to be like wonderful. I know we've talked about the mid box, but this had to be wonderful in this moment. Like it's like, bro, it's been so long. Yeah, he got busy.
There.
So, anything I want to add to this scene?
Nah, man. Tony just back active.
I don't know. I do. I'm sorry. I do. Never mind. Nope. All right.
For me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
When in doubt, don't say it, man. This shit lives on forever.
I know. It wasn't gonna be crazy. It's just All right.
Nah, go ahead. Keep moving.
Yep. Vito is reading an ad magazine and notices a fire truck outside. A little foreshadowing, I guess. Are you smoking a blunt, or what is that, a cigar? Cigarette. Okay.
That was a cool. Nah, he probably smoked Marlboro. That was a Marlboro 100.
Marlboro 100.
Ah, man, the red pack. That red pack is crazy. Nigga. Bruh, nearby. I'm trying to keep my taxes down.
The Marlboro red pack is
the red is crazy.
Hey, the show wild because he was reading a health magazine, but they wild for making it look like it might have been something else, man.
He was looking at it not for the health.
They had to do that on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was looking at it for the protein tips.
He definitely. Oh man. Yeah, he definitely was looking at it for other reasons. Like, cause he's still like the later scene that he gets with, I'm just gonna call him Johnny Cakes.
You gonna call him Johnny Cakes? I ain't.
Okay. Well, but the later scene with Johnny, I think it alludes to this, like he's still kind of tiptoeing. So this is like a part of the tiptoeing. You know, it still looks legitimate.
It ain't full-fledged like gay porn magazine.
I took it as maybe I'm naive, man. I don't know. I took it. Remember, Vito was on the health kick, and maybe he tried to balance out his life right now. Try to see some things he can do to stay
like
in shape,
maybe possibility of comfort of like maybe staying there at this moment.
I took over the bail bond spot while you on vacation, Mo. I can't believe I
guess so. With that. Yeah, reach out to Rich, man. He'll get you out of there.
Nah, just one day only.
We go to the next scene. Tony and Carmela, they having pillow talk about AJ, and I don't have a whole lot to say about AJ. But they just see that these black. I mean, bro, this is a crazy scene. What is this?
They were not black.
Yeah,
they weren't black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Amigos with the baggy pants.
Now that first dude wasn't black with the headband.
I hope he kept him away from the silver.
Like, bro, a Mac. This is what speaks to the end at the end, because there's no structure. All structure, the hell is breaking loose. You have these Hispanic people in Tony's house. Like, bro, seasons ago, this man was snapping on our man's what is it? Charcoal Baguette. What's his name? I can't remember. Noah. Like he was just one person by himself, and he was half white, but and he still was tripped by that. Like the fact that AJ just had them all in there is crazy.
Yeah, because like, what time of day is this?
I know.
Like,
right?
Is it nighttime?
It
or like,
yeah,
it's nighttime.
Hold on, that was late.
So they driving all the way out to Jersey to look at a drum set. And like that's AJ's wild.
That's a setup. You getting got.
They casing your house, nigga. That AJ, yeah, that's wild. We being racist, but that's wild.
No, I mean, no, you're gonna get got. Like you're in the suburbs, and then on top of that, could you imagine, bro? I'm clapping my wife's cheeks with strangers in my house.
Yeah, that part is weird,
bro. You getting busy and everything. You're enjoying it. You laid up. She rubbing your face. You feeling good. You open the door. Your son has strangers in your house, and 3 of them. Bro,
and the rooms right by each other.
Right by you. So how long were y'all there?
God. Tony didn't like that kind. So he gotta watch him walk past. That's real, man.
That's real.
And plus, AJ, man, there's 2 things I just know growing up black. 1, you don't invite strangers to your house.
Right.
2, whoever you invite to your house, you notify
whoever's ask in the
crib
first.
That somebody coming. Better make sure, especially if it's not your crib. Such come over. Ain't nothing worse. Nothing will leave you outside quicker than unannounced company.
Right.
It'll leave you outside.
Sure, I damn near sometimes if you get a ride, if you get dropped off, if you're ever in that situation, you have them drop you off like a few blocks down or a couple houses down, just because you don't need to know where I live. Like when I was younger, like, and I had to, all right, bro, if I don't know this person, whatever, however the setup is from work or something, and like I don't know you like that, but I'm in the crunch. Hey, you drop me off a couple houses down, and I'll wait for you to roll out. Then I'm gonna walk to my actual house. Like, you don't know, bro. Like, no.
I'm mad at it.
Yeah. But AJ, he just, yeah. Well, I'll talk more about him. Y'all gonna get some more rants. So just go and get prepared. But yeah, they pretty much try to get him together, and he just saying like he's trying to sell it to get some money. I'm not mad at AJ trying to sell things to get some money. Like that, I ain't mad at. Like, these are the things I'm like, okay, y'all can kind of make the kid a little normal, but whatever. Anyway.
What I don't like is the fact that he tried to guilt. Well, I don't use them anymore. And since you guys are making me work this shitty job, like that's where he lost me.
That's where that part of like.
And talking crazy in the crib, like for the 100th time, like, bro, stop it. I know Tony on his whole, like, life is a gift shit. AJ need a good smack.
Yeah, he definitely do. We go to the next scene, and pretty much Vito comes to the fire scene, and he sees Johnny Cakes save a kid.
Vito up here getting wet.
Got a little drip going on.
That drip going, man. Look
my
Lord, man. Vito,
they put their hands on you.
Man. Yeah,
man.
Did
they grab you like this, or grab you like this?
I tell you what, bro. One of the craziest jobs to volunteer for
Bruh.
would be a fucking firefighter. Volunteer? Nigga, is you crazy?
They're
I'm not rolling
man.
up to a fire
Yeah.
on my motorcycle, bro.
You got that. You only certain towns you do this. This is a
That's
real tight knit
crazy.
community.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, that is
Vito,
crazy.
man. Hey, man. Vito.
There's other ways. There's other ways to live on the wild side, brother.
Man,
Oh man.
that
Yeah,
man
so-
just ran in to burn the house for
That
free.
nigga
For
did a
free.
slow clap.
You know, I bet there was not one black volunteer.
Mm.
You're
Nah.
you're not gonna.
in that whole town.
True.
Yeah, man.
Bro, that is crazy, bro. How does that, man?
There's black people in New Hampshire, but not in that town.
Man, white people be different, man. They really be different. Like they really are some like
Yeah, that's a fact.
living in America. It's like they really are, like for real, like they really believe in this stuff. like respect, like patriotic. I'm saying that like if we got white listeners, I mean like in the patriotic, like you guys are, y'all could at moments the people that are not, you know, racist or whatever, like really like believe in the American dream and like society and all that. Like y'all really be like,
they have a different life experience.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
My cousin said the funniest thing to me, and I had to use it. I was talking about you be at work and like how, you know, black people be at work and we might have a hard task and we ain't stressing about it at all. Like, all right, we'll get it done, whatever. And it'd be like a white person, and he said, "Yeah, bro, they don't know how to they don't know how to struggle." I said, "Yo, I'm using that. They don't know how to struggle." Like I'm like, that makes sense now.
I was wondering where it was going.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That was a really good joke, Rich.
No. I wasn't even trying to be. I promise I wasn't even trying to be.
No, the joke on. I'm talking about the Vito joke. He getting wet. That.
Oh yeah, he was getting wet, man. He was getting wet.
That was good, bro. I didn't see that one. So now you in my mind now. I see where we're going with this. So,
yeah, man. Cause if you see them stairs, man, come on, Vito. Like, come on, close your mouth, my man.
Yeah, pick your jaw.
Dignity and pride about you.
Yeah, bro. Make
Vito
it so easy.
Ready. He was going right then and there. He was like, "Oh shit."
Tony and AJ, they're on. It's funny. I think Stugatz don't it mean the balls?
That's a great question.
Let me look it up real quick. But anyway, while I'm looking that up,
let me fuck up my search history and see if this comes up.
But while we're looking at that, Stugatz 2, they're on Stugatz 2, Tony and AJ, they're drinking a beer, and again, AJ gets mad at another thing from Tony because he wants to find out what's going to happen with Uncle Junior. And pretty much Tony is like, that's my business. Don't worry about it. Let it go. And AJ gets mad again.
I would genuinely laugh at that.
It cannot be. Stugatz can't mean what it's saying. What it's saying it.
Hey, I saw everywhere. It. That's why I ain't say nothing. That's why I ain't say nothing.
That's a crazy name for a boat.
Man, Tony, a crazy motherfucker.
Let me see.
Damn, you know Dan Lebatard, right, Rich?
Mm-hmm.
You know his co-host name is Stugatz. That's what he called his co-host.
But his first and last name though, ain't it?
I just always thought he got it from the Sopranos.
Nah, I think his
name's Stu for real.
Name Gotts, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Actually,
funny.
I'm sorry, no, it's John Weiner. You're right.
Oh yeah, it's alluding to what I was saying.
Gotts is his nickname. Damn,
that's crazy.
But it also means awesome or amazing.
I'm sure
I ain't see that. I ain't see that nowhere.
Which one Tony meant.
Yeah.
To name your boat this cock or this dick is crazy.
Yeah. That's
a crazy boat name.
Yeah.
Oh man, the jokes are right there.
So you see what I'm saying? So you see how the transition's happening from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, like from Vito to they show the Stugatz 2 at the bottom of the boat, and you know, 2 men.
This dick 2 is even more fun.
The sequel.
It's coming again. It's coming again.
It's all making sense now.
So when it's coming again, Stugatz 2.
Like it was such a great idea.
I noticed that watching this on the rewatch.
Yeah, the
transitions throughout this episode are crazy.
Oh yeah, they definitely intentional like always. But anything I want to add to them on the boat or whatever?
I'm not.
AJ's a
would have laughed at
dipshit,
AJ.
but we know that.
Yeah, as usual. But man, I mean, again, this is just so chill. Like, just chilling on a boat, bro, with your pops. Come on. Which is funny. Remember the earlier season that he was hanging out with friends and they wasn't hanging on the boat or whatever. So this is cool. Little callback to like now they're kicking it, hanging, and chill on the boat. But other than that, like yeah, same thing with AJ. Like,
AJ probably didn't know he was gonna be a loser back then. Back when he was young and still at that age, he didn't know he was gonna be a loser.
Yeah.
Now he a loser, so I might as well hang with my pops and try to get some of this juice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He still
right, because of
we knew he was a loser, but he ain't know it back then.
Yeah, we know real quick. Yeah. We got Patsy. Do y'all know the other guy's name? Or I'm just call him the other guy.
The other guy.
Okay. Patsy and the other guy, they try to strong arm a local coffee barista and can't because the structure is all digital. This is one of my favorite Black appearances.
I'm surprised he ain't been a profile picture yet.
Huh?
I'm surprised he ain't been a profile picture yet.
I just start every week put up different Black characters.
Black characters.
But I just like him because I feel like finally we get a fair depiction. Like he's not overly hostile like Hill Harper was as the doctor in season 5 when he was just like, my grandmother, like, all right, bro, like we get it, you're qualified. So it's not that, it's not fake down with the people like the Maurice, real estate dude. It's not the crackheads. What did you say to my sister? Like, it's not the preacher protesting for the construction people in season 1. You know what I'm saying? This is like just an everyday Black dude. Like, finally, thank you. Thank you.
His name, he knew what he was talking about. The dude with Patsy is Bert.
Bert. Okay.
Yep.
That's Bert, Patsy, and Bert.
Maybe they was trying to. Never mind.
Bert
and Ernie, Vito, Johnny. I don't know, man. Maybe they was trying to say something. I'm not trying to be funny either, man.
No. We're really trying to piece it together. But
so you believe that about Bert and Ernie?
just saying it.
It was because they would.
The Bert and Ernie.
Oh man, Bert and Ernie is crazy.
Hey, we can't have anything no more. Goodness gracious. Bert and Ernie, boy.
Wait. Just a side tangent. I know we don't want to be here all night, but was Bert and Ernie supposed to be adults?
I think so.
I thought so. I always thought so.
And they slept in twin beds in the same room.
Dang, that is kind of. Dang. That's something else, bro. That is something else for real.
I'm just saying, man, the show is intentional. We don't never really see Bert, but now we see Bert in this episode.
Oh shit. Bert, I guess you could say Bert came out.
Wow. I like it. There it is. Oh, we're here all night.
This episode
yeah,
man, it is. I will say about this scene, man, I don't think this was a very unneeded scene. We realized the state of where things were. I think this was a little bit heavy-handed, I should say.
This episode is heavy-handed in that theme, but I think but they're driving that theme that the old days is past. It's over with. The end at the end. So I'm not mad at it. Like this scene, it's not necessary. Maybe it was just one of them things where they wanted to use the actor Grimaldi. I think that's his last name, but I know he's a really talented actor according to David Chase, and I think just finding some places and pieces for him too. But I think this is all just tied back into the whole neighborhood thing, and it ties into the Tony and I call her Kaisha. We'll get to the episode later. So I think it's just all tied in that. We don't need it, but
nah, it's cool to see, dude.
And I thought so.
Spell it out for us for those who didn't get it. But yeah, it is. They didn't have to say it. I guess as a television show, you have to say it, but we didn't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I forgot about Bert. I forgot he was in this episode because I just remember him from Blue Comet.
Yeah. Yep. I guess I just never think about the next person that's with him when this happens, but I do always remember Patsy doing this.
Yeah, Patsy definitely, because Patsy did all the talking.
Yeah.
Like I said, let him finish.
Right. But I did like their approach. Like I said, so this is how it happens. Like the way they just get into it and how they set it up, like as far as the communicating thing, I like how that's how they pretty much strong arm people the way they did it, but.
Yeah, man, you can only do that to independent stores, man. You got to change, like he said, I'll be out here next week. Same thing gonna happen.
And you think about it. Again, transitions from Stugatz 2 to here, they're going after, they're the little man. They're the little guy. Tony's the big guy. Tony's on a boat right now. Y'all going and scraping for change. Y'all still trying to do some security operations where pretty much we don't break your windows. We going to get paid this every week. That's a small racket. That's really crumbs right now. And Tony's on the boat chilling. Yeah.
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 I think even later in this episode, nigga getting an offer for $500,000 down there for a property. These niggas trying to shake down coffee stores.
Bro.
Come get y'all bum asses out of here, man.
What if an employee, even a manager, say was assaulted? Like Patsy funny.
Yeah, they was trying to get. I mean, I wasn't mad. I was like, this is
I love how they threaten people like directly without actually saying that's what's going to happen.
That's my favorite thing.
What happens if that happens? Yeah,
I love the subtlety, man. We go over to Vito wakes up. He's at the Airbnb. He sees them having a discussion, and they're busting balls in a more civilized way than what he's used to. And then he walks down the block, and it's sunny and nice. And then, of course, it transitions to his, like, dull, and they're on the block, obviously, in the next scene. Anything y'all want to add to that?
Gotta go see his man.
Then I got used to Vito up there.
Yeah. Do you think this is making a case for Vito, or like internally we know what's to come? Do you think seeing that is kind of, because I think a later scene maybe kind of ties back into, do you think him seeing that makes him miss the guys and how they kicked it at Satrial's and how they bust balls in there?
I definitely think it reminded him of the life that he had, and that he's coming to terms, and we'll get to it later when he calls his wife, that's just a life he can't live anymore. Like in this space that we see him right now, that's where he's at mentally. And he's got I think Vito looks at this as he has been living a lie. He owes it to himself right now in this part of his life to explore who he really is before making any further decisions. Because we know how this storyline plays out, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but he has to do this for himself.
Yeah.
It's like when they say black women cut their hair after a breakup.
You're in trouble.
You're
in trouble, buddy.
It's kind of like this, man. This is his version of cutting his hair.
If she ain't broke up with you, she about to, nigga. If she cut her hair.
She cut her hair and she's still with you. Wow. That is a crazy. Wow.
She leaving. Or cheating one.
That's a scary thought, boy.
You forgot to read the message from Fake Vito.
Fake Vito?
That you sent us. I thought you was going to read that. I was going to say something about it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I don't know what happened to it. Hold up.
I just thought about that when you said it. You can read it.
Bro, I was sitting there because
if you got to find
it. I put it at the end of the episode. If you can remind me, I'll put it at the end of the episode. Because actually, I read Joe Nelson. I read from the other, so we're going to see. So, yeah, we'll bring that. We've got a special email for you guys at the end of the episode. But yeah, so we get that again, a smooth transition, and we see them on the block kicking it. Seal's suit is fire. Got the cream with the dark brown, the shirt and tie. That's fire. But yeah, they just having a conversation about they thought they saw Vito at Jenny Craig
floor.
Just another fat piece of shit.
What the feds on Christopher ass for, I wonder.
Okay, this is I'm glad. This is what I started to think. I said, to me,
this comment that comes back.
If Chris is not subtly doing drugs, like you said, like till it comes to a head later in the series, then I definitely believe that this little comment is. I believe the theory. Let's put it that way. I believe the theory. Some people say no, but I do believe that theory.
It's not unbelievable.
Okay. So
it's not
maybe
out the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
With that being said, the Penguin took a page right out of the Sopranos book this week. With the finale. Man. Like right out of it. When you see it more, you're like, oh, okay. It was paying homage more than anything, but they took it right out of Sopranos book.
Okay. Fair enough.
Man,
But yeah, they say that
great 8 episodes. Great 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Mo.
No, you good. I was trying to see what else I had there. Just like that, it's funny Spike brought it up because that's the same thing. He's like, we should have Carlo do it. The Fed's up, it's up his ass, which is just interesting because it's like you kind of trying to stay clean. You literally just went out of town to go, try to get this movie thing. So it's like, are you trying to go legit, or did the Feds got you? You know what I'm saying? So it's an interest that comment is not for nothing. Like I'm definitely gonna say that. And then they see Juliana across the street as she approaches them. I'm going to call her Kaisha because I find it funny and I'm black. So I'm going to call her Kaisha for the remainder of this show. And y'all,
I know I said this a season or two ago, but the fact that the writer's room, David Chase said, Keisha's not black enough. We're going to go with Kaisha.
Yeah.
That, for some reason, that's hilarious to me.
No, it is. It is. It's like parents that name their kid Anthony instead of Anthony.
Yeah, I hooped in 5th grade. I hooped with a dude named Cavazier.
Was he any good?
That was lit that night.
You said what? Was he good?
Was he good at basketball?
Was he any good?
He was cool.
Did y'all call him by his whole name? Or did he have a nickname?
No, we was kids. We didn't even know.
Oh, it was like young.
No, I just wondered, did he have a nickname?
Nah.
It was Cavazier.
Yeah, y'all better be Vaz. Like, you might call me Vaz or something.
Yeah, I think it was Cavazier. I don't
like that.
Yeah, it was Cavazier. And I remember my dad used to get weak, and I never understood what was so funny about it.
Oh man, that's funny.
Till you heard the Busta Rhymes song.
I mean, that's why I said it's probably before that though, wasn't it? Like,
I was definitely before that.
Because them jokes would have been perfect.
I was in high school when that Past Cavazier came out.
Ah man, okay. But yeah, Tony pretty much he's happy that he's finally got some rectal functioning, and he got a baguette in his pants all the time,
24/7,
which would be an exciting thing for anybody. Just the fact that, like, bro, I couldn't.
Oh no, that's too much. That's a little TMI. If we homeboys or not, like, I don't really.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
that's a little TMI, man.
They are not. I don't think they're that close to be having that conversation like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're because they're mob friends. Like, they're not friends. Like,
it ain't even that ain't nothing even that we go about to talk about. That's crazy. I think he was.
I would chop it up like my homeboy like that. Like, if we was chopping it up or whatever, like, cause we have that type of like, yeah, bro. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't be like. But even then, saying baguette is not ridiculous. Like, unless you're just going somewhere crazy with it, But yeah, she comes over and pretty much wants to meet with Tony, and then we go further into it, and they go inside of Satrial's. And she pretty much meets Tony about a property, and this is, again, continuation of the end concept of whatever. And she makes a whole point about him talking about the neighborhood, but she's like, don't you stay in North Caldwell? Anything else y'all want to add to this scene?
I be wanting to do the voice, man, but that shit racist.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tony B, man, when he did he imitated him.
Bro, I definitely made a meme. I made a meme a few weeks ago, bro.
That shit's silly, bro. Because Tony B was fed up.
Yeah, he was. It was like you went to the low hanging fruit. It's like where they just immediately just call you a nigga. It's like, really, bro? You just went right to the low hanging fruit, like nothing else. Like,
he was mad.
Like, just
he
go
wasn't
right.
Even mad. Like, he was really he was fed up. He was done.
Yeah, the smallest thing.
I'm sick of you, bro.
Yeah, and the dude had to kind of like overlook it for a second, but man, some comedic moments from Tony Blundetto. But anything y'all want to correcting the nigga's speech is still funny. Like, I'm sorry, correcting the grown man's speech is funny. But anything I want to add to this business meeting? I mean, the first number they come up with is somewhere around what 300,000 ish, something like that.
315.
315.
Rule number one of business: you never take the first offer.
And then we get Tony back to his flirting. What do y'all think about her?
She got pretty eyes.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's about it for me.
Yeah.
She played in something else, but she was much more attractive, though. I don't know what it was. Like, her shape was different. She wasn't as small as she was in this.
That helps.
Yeah.
It's. I guess maybe I'll elaborate a little more when we get a later character connected to, Juliana Kaisha. But anyway, so we go to our next scene. Vito is back at the diner. And he's diverting about the book, and he compliments Johnny Cakes. And as crazy as this is, it sounds like a line that could be used like by any dude. Like I would, you know how you doing that flirt thing where you're doing like, man, I would be cool if you wasn't playing around so much or whatever it is. Like it was like a common flirt thing, but it was just funny him doing that, like trying to be like gangster still in some way. But yeah, Vito trying to get his man, and the old man keeps on interrupting him, and you know, I guess they're doing their subtle flirt thing to get the confirmation that okay, we like each other.
Yeah, they doing the Alicia Keys, Most Def. You know what I mean? All that kind of good stuff.
You don't know my name?
Yeah, they definitely having the diner. He making his coffee with milk. It's funny because the sexual innuendos in the show, this episode in particular, crazy.
Yeah.
Like they're all throughout and they're very subtle. Like everything in this episode, that's one of the unique things. We talk about the transitions. Like everything is, I feel, is intentionally set, which makes it a little bit weird. Because if they wrote it like a regular Sopranos episode and just let things normally happen, I think we look at it differently. But I think there's so much stuff, like just even some of the stuff
you got
they
balls,
say to each other
my
to try
friend.
to really understand. Yeah, I've been dreaming of those Johnny cakes. Like, come on, man. Like. The fact that he's paying attention to him, man. You told me he took interest. Everybody knows that, right? When you like someone,
but the daughter threw him off. The daughter threw him off.
Definitely threw him off.
Yeah.
But he really. I heard you was writing a book, so I looked dude up. Like I'm showing interest in what you're doing and what you're talking about. That's my way of showing you the subtle hand placement, all of that.
You must be lonely.
Must be lonely.
And Vito got the hands together, giving him a look like I would stop eating, but it's freaking delicious. Like, all right, bro, this is a diner. Like, ain't nothing delicious at the diner. Like, you know, but that
diners.
I ain't never been one. I ain't never been to one.
Atlanta got some had some fire diners. You think did he own that spot, or he worked there as just a cook?
I see. That's a good question.
That is a great question.
Because the first time I always thought he owned it because he was just the only dude there.
There's somebody else in the back. If you look in the back, it's somebody in the stock room or something. But I wonder because working as a cook, I know he couldn't afford that hardly, so he gotta own it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you doing a lot, you volunteering and but yeah, and then just like the way he's just constantly turning back while he's cooking the food is like, okay, he's really interested as well. So I think they roll it really, really well in the time that didn't handle this type of nuance with gay characters that much. I mean, I know some people that identify that are gay, some people don't like this storyline or they feel it's unnecessary, which rightfully understandable. But for us that are hetero, like watching it, it's like based on coming from this view, getting a introduction to it on this side of it and dealing with it in the concept of the mob, it felt nuanced enough to me, and I thought they did a great job with it. I don't think they were making a joke out of it so much, like, oh, it's funny because you're gay. I think they made it more interesting. It's a joke that you got on this motorcycle costume extra size. It's a joke that you're dancing the way but it's not a joke that he's actually, gay. So I think they just handle it really well for it to be in this world of, the Sopranos. So
the fact that he's gay is nothing. It's the fact that I feel like the writers' room didn't necessarily know how to write this story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gay men probably look at this like we look at the black characters.
Probably. Yep.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no black people in the writer room. That's like, you can tell when there's a show and, you didn't have anybody black in there when you did that. And I think that's the same thing here. I just think that the humor in this episode is all from the heavy-handedness of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Sopranos not a heavy-handed show. It's subtle. And when they do try to go heavy-handed, it doesn't work. Christopher.
Yeah.
Johnny Cakes. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
but shout out to them for exploring it.
Yeah, exploring it. I mean, like I said,
Interested in that part.
if this was written by all heterosexual people, I think that they did all right for them not being in that world. But if we do got people that identify the same way as Vito, reach out, give us your take on it, or how do you look at it? How do you take it? I would be interested to just see that. I've seen comments over the years of just following Soprano pages and stuff like that, but I would like somebody to give like a more elaborated response to what they felt about the Vito storyline. But yeah, we go to the next scene. Tony's back at the old neighborhood, and there's an old Italian lady, and she tries to tell the Puerto Rican niggas to turn their music down, but they tell her go F herself, and then he goes.
Not Puerto Rican, the nigger whores. They're nigger whores. They're not.
What does that even mean? Nigga whores?
That just means she an angry, mean ass old woman. That's what that means.
Nigga whores.
Angry, mean, racist old woman. Okay? And even Tony, it's bad when Tony like, nah, that's not nice.
Tell the nigger whores.
But what's even crazier than Tony saying that's not nice? It's him correcting her and saying they're Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, that's even more crazy to me. Like, you corrected her. You didn't say don't say that. That's what you just actually they're Puerto Ricans. It's cool if they actually were them.
Yeah. Because I have no problem saying that jigaboo nigga cocksucking. But yeah, and it's interesting because I mean that ties into, I think, like we said, there was like Puerto Rican guys that were in the house earlier, so in the episode. So I don't know what the meaning and connection is yet, but maybe we'll figure that out. But yeah, he goes inside of the food joint, his business that he owns, and just checks it out. And what do y'all think he's trying to get across here?
Like, he owned the business, he owned the building.
He owned the building. Okay. So what do you think he's trying to get across here? As far as
I'm losing money.
I'm losing money.
I'm losing money. I want to see, can I get gained? Because I know what Jamba Juice is offering me. And now I got that information as a landlord. I'm going to go charge you more because it's more money on the table.
No, I didn't take that scene like that at all. All of that was like, he was joking with him when he said when he said I need to raise your rent. That was a joke because dude said that it's better than ever. Nah, he was like, he's better than ever. That's why he came in with the joke and all that. Tony went in there to look at the whole business and establishment and try to really make a decision. Like, damn, am I? Because remember, he's struggling with, I don't want to sell from underneath this guy. So now I come in and see how you're doing. You're actually doing really well. And I'm like, damn, I really got a decision to make. As I look around this neighborhood, as I run into these old racist women, and really figure out what's going to be the best move. And sometimes the best time to make that decision is going in and looking somebody in their face. You know what I mean? Saying, can I really do this? Can I stop his livelihood? Do I have that in me right now? That's going to fuck up Patsy? That's going to fuck up everybody. It's more than me just gaining this 400,000. And that's part of what he's trying to figure out this entire episode. So he was just fucking with, and he came to get his eggs.
That's a crazy business right there. A chicken shop with live chickens that you're killing in the back. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Again, that talks about that old model, that old concept in a new era where it's like people trying to build a smoothie joint over here. You still got chickens in the back getting eggs and slaughtering them so we can get prepared for Thanksgiving. And niggas is trying to get smoothies now. So yeah, that's a good observation. We go to the next scene. AJ at Blockbuster, his friend Arnon calls, I guess, and they pretty much want to link up tonight. And then his friend, I don't know who his friend is, the Blockbuster buddy or whatever, they're over here talking about movies and knives and just being terrible, being douchebags in front of the lady and her kid. That kid looked like that could really be her son too. That's the crazy part. But I don't have nothing to add to this scene. The only thing is just, man, boy, do I miss Blockbuster. That's it. That's
the only thing I have. That, and I know probably kids AJ's age now look at this like, y'all used to go to a store to borrow movies and you had to take them back. That's a crazy concept. It's like the chicken shop, to be honest with you, to think of now. And also, boy, this is an old head moment for me. I hate it when I go somewhere and people work there and they just stand there like having a conversation and shit before they come up and wait on you. Boy, that make my blood boil.
What do you
that
do?
shit that they was doing.
You just wait?
Nah, what they
loud
was doing,
sigh.
they would have heard from me. Them two in particular, like y'all some
Yeah, especially y'all
losers.
cursing and fighting and shit back there.
Yeah,
But
man, stop playing
I
with
just
me and
hate.
check me out, bro.
What
I
what do
hate
you
when a
what do you
motherfucker
do
just.
though? Like I literally like just what do you do? They're doing that and you're trying to get your movie. Like
Stop
what?
playing with me
What
and
she
come check
said?
me
Yeah,
out. You
come
see me
check me
standing
out,
here,
man. What you
bro. Like,
doing?
stop.
Y'all at
You about to
work.
piss me off. Like you really because you fucking with my time. Like
Yeah.
you
Hey,
see
listen.
me here. You see me here.
Yeah, right.
Like
Yeah,
I don't
you're
give a
right.
fuck
You're
about what
right.
y'all doing.
That's
I'm
fair.
not one of them people. Get past the day how you
I
get here.
definitely will
But when
do
people
that.
show up, do your job. I
Do
don't
your
care what
job.
you
Yeah.
do. If
Yeah,
I'm still
And you
looking
hop on the
around,
phone while you checking me out.
that's
Like it's
crazy work.
yeah. If I'm still searching for my movie and y'all back there doing karate moves and cussing, I don't care about none of that. But when it's
Mm-hmm.
time for me to leave, I need
yeah,
y'all
come
asses
check me
up
out.
front center, check me out, man, and then get back to y'all goofy bullshit.
Yeah, I
And it's
definitely
crazy
be.
because I used
Cause
to do
y'all,
that. I when I
cause
worked
y'all
in
go
retail at
home
like 15 or
talking about
16, nigga,
going
I used to
home.
be my bad.
Nah, I was just saying, man, talking about going out tonight, man, leaving with no women, losers.
Yeah,
I would be in retail working, nigga, on the phone, like reading the magazine, like motherfucker standing there. Let me finish reading this real quick before I
Nah,
ring
yeah,
you
you
up.
was the worst
I
I
mean,
type
was
child in
but
life.
wilding. Yeah, I
15,
was the
that's
worst
a
type of
given though.
nigga.
Yeah, that's a given.
Thanks.
I definitely would be like at Walmart when you at the self checkout and it's a line and you got the you it's blinking like, hey, I need you to get get the idea. I'm trying to get this wine or whatever. Like you
Mhm.
sitting around looking and like they all over, or they not paying attention. I'm definitely not like the person like, hey, excuse me, hey yo.
You're not that person?
I am. Like,
Oh,
I will.
yeah.
Like I'll be patient. I kind of hope you see the buzzer going off first, and then if it's too long, like a minute or so, I'm definitely like, hey yo, I got to speak up. Hey.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
this would
I
have been
definitely hit
definitely
you with
like,
the
hey,
excuse me.
excuse me, yeah, excuse me,
Definitely hit you with the excuse me.
yeah. So, but yeah, that's all I got to add to it. Yeah, I mean, I care nothing about AJ because y'all never y'all make this kid just. Well, I'll speak more when we get later. I just will save it all in one scene. We get Tony in the Melfi session, and how ahead of all I wanted to bring to this is how ahead of its time was this line that Melfi said, these are different times. Young people today are bombarded with so much information,
Mhm.
so much input of every kind. Consequently, true adulthood is delayed to 26. 26 is the new 21. You know, um, obviously that don't apply to black people, but man,
Yeah.
wasn't that a like way ahead of his time? I'm like, wow, like that
Yeah.
still lines up today, bro.
It's probably even worse today.
Oh, absolutely.
30 is probably the new 21 now.
Maybe so. Yeah, no, I think I agree with that. Like,
Yeah.
but again, this is another thing. You know, it's heavy handed, but they're definitely driving the point because I think we're getting ready for 6B. You know, but this session is another thing that's dealing with time. You know, which everything about this episode is dealing with time and the times we are in. She said these are different times. So pretty much the overarching concept of this episode, we are in different times. Like, so yep, we get that from this session. Anything else y'all want to add to this session with them two?
So this is summing up. We started this when Tony was how old? This is like a 15-year span in Tony's life. When he like 31 when this show started.
What, real
Nah,
life
he was
or
late 30s. He was like 38.
Late 30s,
38? Yeah,
38.
38.
So it's
Yeah.
about a
30.
10-year. It's an 8 to 10-year run in his life.
Yeah,
Because he's
about 8
46
years or
now.
so.
Yeah.
7 years, I think.
Yeah, about
I think
6,
we were
7 years.
supposed to believe it's
Like,
like,
yeah.
no, that's right. About 8 years.
Because because him and Carmelo was in their 30s in the earlier season.
In the late 30s, yeah. And he's just recently, a couple episodes, said he's 46.
This year, he just said it.
Man. We're still the same age. But yeah, Melfi and her session with Elliot, and Elliot makes me sick. He make me sick, bro. You make me sick because I mean, obviously his face, he has that punchable face, but it's that when somebody just does this, like because they're intelligent, they try to act like they try to word it away where like you didn't have that on your mind and you wasn't interested, but you knew the whole time that was where your interest was, and you're trying to play like, oh, you've talked about him all the time. You like, come on, bro, like. Yeah, I just didn't like how you really just wanted some gossip. You wanted the tea, bro.
Can't
Like,
say nothing bad because can't say nothing against what you're saying, Mo, because that's real.
Mm-hmm.
It just, niggas
Real
be trying to
man.
lightweight, like get to the
scumbag.
drama of the story.
And it was so nasty how he switched to it too. That was nasty. He didn't even acknowledge nothing she was saying. It just
Bro,
went
Yeah, that
straight
was
to.
sick.
I'm talking about
That
my
was
father here.
nasty, bro. Yeah, like I'm talking about
Man,
my
I'd be
dad
pissed.
dying potentially. She literally said the message like in a sentence before his degenerating or whatever, like alluding to the nigga dying.
Yeah.
And the nigga said, "Oh, hire his patient soprano." Like,
That's,
nigga, what?
that's crazy.
She read his ass too for that.
Yeah. Again, because you're dealing with a therapist, bro. I'm brilliant
Right.
too.
Like,
Like
stop playing with me, nigga.
Yeah. But there's some interesting things here that was said. Melfi says that Tony will eventually decompensate. Is that the word? And that's an interesting thing because that's a seed to me. That was a foreshadowing line. That's a seed. Like that's one of those things. I'm gonna get back to that later because he's still riding the high, kind of like every day's a gift vibes and trying to do the right thing. Boy, is he gonna decompensate. And then Elliot brings up, he says, Omerta being a pre-therapeutic culture, and she says it's something else. I always, that line is just an interesting line. I was like, what does she mean? It's something else. I don't know. That's just something I
think she was referring to Uncle Junior and Tony. Like it's deeper than rap.
Okay.
And stop acting like you know what shit is because of you hearing my stories about Tony
Yeah,
Soprano.
you looking at the news.
Now you using terms and stuff like, bro, you ain't even using them right.
Right.
Like, stop. Yeah, hey, I'm weak. That was a nasty ass transition.
Bro. And then you said like pre-therapeutic culture. Like this is not a culture, bro. This is lifestyle. Like this is a code, bro. But yeah, we just get a quick scene. Carmella, Tony, they're looking out the window, and AJ sold his drums
to some Jamaicans.
Tony was pissed.
Yeah.
Having the Jamaicans and the Mexicans at your house is crazy.
It is. Like this is like Craigslist era. Like, bro, that's crazy work.
Yo, shit. Yo, what the fuck?
They in your driveway, bro.
Yo, wildin', man. Y'all niggas wildin'.
Listen, they're in your driveway,
shit,
and
bro.
you have a loop. Well, I don't even know what you call them driveways.
It's so many. Yeah, the bending driveway, the circular drive. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But it just there's so many things in this episode to show how old we are from like when this shit happened. Like now you would definitely meet them somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not coming to the crib if I'll find me on Craigslist to get the drum set, bro. Like we're not doing that.
And there was some nice drums too. But again, it just shows AJ can't commit to anything. That's pretty much what the symbolization I got from it. He don't commit to anything. All right, so here we go. AJ goes to the club. So the first thing, as soon as they pull up, this is nasty. When a nigga pull the sleeves up past the elbow, bro, that is nasty. What's
wrong with that?
Nah, not with the long sleeve shirt, bro.
Oh, like, okay.
Because when them joints
from a style standpoint.
Yeah, because when that joint drop back down, how wide that wrist is about to be so nasty. Like, listen, I've seen it. My brother used to do this. I'm like, bro, stop pulling your sleeves past your elbow because you're gonna ruin your wrist, the wrist part. Like, so anyway, yeah, AJ just coming in looking like a simp. He's with his guy Armand or whatever, and R9. Okay. Hernan. Yeah. He need to have another name. He a creep.
That kid's a creep.
Man.
Yeah, he definitely got weird cases.
So this man asked,
that girl's 15.
He asked, how old are you? 18, how old are you? 15, and grabs the 15-year-old. Like with joy.
Facts.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
And he older than AJ, and AJ 20.
Right. That's
Jesus.
And that's why I like the line we get later is I'm telling you he's a creep. Man, if you don't get your young self up out of here, like you 15, like get. Anyways, this is not unusual. This is happening.
None of this shit would happen to me. This whole scenario, this whole scene, this whole Waitress come by with the bill, and this nigga while grabbed up on a 15-year-old points to me like he got it.
Pointed
like,
at him.
yeah,
Bro,
get the fuck out of here.
This is bum sauce.
I wouldn't have paid it if it was handed to me. I wouldn't have accepted it.
Like straight bum sauce, bro.
What you giving this to me for?
But look though, this how much of a loser AJ is though. Y'all know he probably promoted that. He probably told him, hey man, I just sold my drum set. I got a pocket full of money. Let's go down to party.
That nigga
Like,
probably
that's
sold his
crazy.
drum set for like $2,000. You think?
Yeah, and he spent $1,700 at the club.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That wouldn't surprise me. Or he just that thirsty to get in with the in crowd.
And also too, maybe shooting him some bail. Anon, what's his name? Ernon.
It doesn't matter.
Creepo. We're gonna call him Creepo.
Yeah,
Carmella said he go every night, so maybe last night dude paid. And they swap it out like that.
That's a possibility.
Nah, no.
You don't think that happened, Rich?
This whole body language, no. They use AJ.
Is this the same guy?
And AJ they probably think he got it because his dad a gangster. They probably think AJ ain't speaking up for himself.
He's such a bum because he ain't play this right. That's what gets me even more. It's like, bro, okay, they're riding this gangster wave. Your dad's a gangster wave. You ain't playing it right. Yeah. Like if you gonna take that finesse and like, okay, oh, chick is into me. Like I'll get to it later about the massage. Like, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, and homie gonna have to move out the way, bro. Get the fuck out.
You talking about the homie that was?
I ain't got nothing for you, my man. So I don't even know why you up here talking.
Yeah, take it up my
your dad. All right, cool.
Man,
take it up with my pops, bro.
Yeah, man, take it up with pops, bro. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'll let my pops know you said what's up. In fact, I'm gonna have he actually gonna come pick me. Man, bro, if you don't get out of my face, nigga.
You get your little ass out of my face.
Look, listen.
Thump that little nigga in the head.
Hey, man, move out my way, bro. I just paid $1,890. Don't ask me no more. Just don't ask me no more.
Shit. Then he get like a $200 tip?
Gave him $200, man. That's what I said. Make the fuck
that was
out
his whole drum set was spent on the night. It's crazy.
It was some nice drums.
He may have got drums, but he may have got three.
Drum set's expensive. Yeah, drum set's expensive.
Yeah, niggas wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, watch out. Man, hit him with the paper football, nigga. Flink. It's good. It's all good. We go to the next scene. Phil and Tony. I don't know where they're meeting.
I never thought we were gonna lose it all over Johnny Cakes.
Yeah. Why we at the end now? We in at the end, y'all. So what are you gonna do? But they pretty much meet, and he wants to know if they had found Vito, and Tony tells him that that's not really your business. And he asks, "How's John?" he's fine through the veil of his tears. Like, Phil has just lost all respect. You know, it's truly plummeted. And then Phil just ain't letting nothing slide. You know, but this is just breadcrumbs continue to be laid that the winter is coming in the world of Sopranos.
And to your point, another thing about time, Mo, like back in your dad's day, he would have known how to handle this. Like back in whole another time concept. Like, bro, we ain't in this ain't back in the day.
Yeah.
But Tony handled this how he's supposed to, bro. Like, you can't. This is my crew. I run it my way. Who are you to come up here and question me? And you acting boss. Like, you ain't even the boss, bro. Why we talking? And I had to come out here and meet you.
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro.
You ain't the boss. You're a receptionist. Go get your boss.
Yeah, but Tony was smart because he knew he didn't want to go all the way with it. Like, you know what? Listen, we agree on this from a fundamental standpoint, but we ain't got to make no beef if it ain't Vito in here. I'm gonna take care of it how I need to take care of it. We'll go from there. But this is the start of the next wave of tension.
Yep.
It was the start of it. Even though they have a moment in one of the, I think next episode maybe.
Yeah, but you're right. This is the second wave after the Tony B and Billy.
Yeah, and Phil even reminded him of it. Like, don't think I'm gonna do it twice, bro. Like, and I feel Phil on that.
No, I do feel him because he did. He took it like a G. Like when he let
his personal for me. Like, this is my family. Two times members of my family got caught in y'all crosshairs.
Yeah.
Like, this shit ain't about to happen twice. And if you know Phil, you know he ain't lying.
Yeah. Next time it won't be a next time. You can cash that check. So we go to the next scene, and AJ's getting a massage. This is what I mean when I say you're not playing it right. This is how you really you're covered in bum sauce because she's in, bro. She's locked in. She thinks you Gangsta Baby Junior over here, and you're getting a massage. Like, and listen, how can I word this? Just know the massage is not all that would be like, and she's getting more turned on as you capping like about. I'm probably had to take care of Junior myself, and like, listen, if we just left the club and I paid $1,800.
Somebody get took down.
Hey, listen, I just paid I paid pretty much $2,000 tonight. Listen to me.
You could have just bought it flat out for cheaper than that. I ain't even
I mean, really, you low key. Like, you, boy, that's a hell of a that's a hell of a down payment, boy.
Yeah, it is.
But that's just, I mean, I say that to say though, you're 20 years old, bro. Like, this is not gonna cut it. This is not high school, bro. You sitting there like that's what you do in high school. Like, okay, maybe I get a massage, maybe to turn to something else. Like, bro, I'm 20. I'm the big dog. I'm Tony Soprano's son. I'm getting that clout and that wave. You're not gonna just be massaging. It's gonna be some kissing, some touching, some rubbing, and so on and so forth. It's not gonna just be that, bro. But you're settling in it because you're a bum. Like, that's why AJ, his character's just not redeemable. And then it's again here where it's like they're trying to make him normal, but then they keep coming. See, AJ is normal, and then he reverts back to an AI character. Like, it don't make sense, like how they be like this character is written every time. Like, it just never makes sense. This makes sense. Okay, he's a young dude trying to get buns, trying to look fly, ride his daddy's clout. Okay, cool. But then he turns around and y'all make him do stuff that don't make sense. And that's why I was like, bro, this, I'll speak to it in a later scene. Y'all should have wrote this character out a long time ago. He adds zero to the show. Nothing about him we feel bad. I tried to redeem him at the very end of the series, but it's like he's not redeemable and he doesn't add to it. Like, I don't feel like Carmela and Tony really are affected that much by him, other than like a good Tony session with Melfi and when they was separated and Carmela had some trials. But other than that, it's like y'all could have wrote him off. Like, he should have went to boarding school a few seasons ago, bro. Like, he just adds zero to the show. Y'all kept trying to get us to be compelled and follow him, and nothing about he's not funny, he's not interesting, he's not complex. And not to say the actor didn't do a good job, because I'm sure he followed directions, but it's just his character don't add nothing to the show. It's just it's the classic sitcom trope of a dumb character. All due respect, but that's how it feels, and it's not funny.
You can't say all that and then say all due respect at the end, Mo.
The dumb neighbor.
You just will that nigga. You can't just let that shit ride.
No
and
offense.
I want to emphasize, and I know, right? He just went on
no
3-minute rant in this end, but I do want to emphasize, just in case it's not clear out there, Mo meant with consent. Something's gonna go.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to make sure. Yeah, that's what I just. Something you gotta say it sometimes.
No, you're right.
Everybody.
Well, let me say it out of my mouth with consent, with an understanding that we both know what we're here for, and we want to have relations with one another. That I'm good, you're good, we're good. So with consent, absolutely. There's no taking ever in this operation. So let's be very clear, just in case people are
historical records. I just want to make sure we.
Well, podcasts is in transcripts now, so let's make it very clear, because you literally can see transcripts of what people are saying on the pod. So yeah, crazy. Yeah, that's about all I got for AJ at this point. So we go to the next scene, and Vito comes down.
That's all I got. Hey, you just went in on that, man. I'm weak.
That's it's the black classic black conversations. Like, yeah, but I ain't want nothing.
Yeah, I ain't want nothing. I feel that.
After you've been talking about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for 2 hours, I ain't want nothing.
Shit,
straight up, man. Come ride with me real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Just going up the street.
It's 8
5
o'clock.
hours later. Yeah, man. Damn.
So Vito gets up. He's talking to the people at the Airbnb, and then he calls his wife. But he calls his wife from a name Thad McComb.
Thad McComb.
Yeah, the dude that was talking at the beginning.
Okay. Thad is a crazy name.
Vito stole his phone. That's why he couldn't find it.
Oh, he
stole his phone and then helped try to tell him, retrace your steps.
Yeah, retracing steps.
I
You
didn't
can
even
find it.
catch that. That's my first time. I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah. He was talking about he couldn't
Yeah,
find
that
his
was
phone,
definitely
and
dude.
that was definitely he definitely stole his phone so he could call her because he didn't want to leave any kind of evidence or trace. But it is funny. I don't know if y'all do y'all remember TCBY,
Yeah, the yogurt.
the country's best yogurt? Mo, do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Mm-mm.
I say you might have been a little bit. You might have missed it. Yeah, TCB. She mentioned about the phone. She said he left it on the he left the keys on the counter at TCBY, and it just made me think of TCBY. Man, that was my spot back
Yeah,
in the day.
TCBY used to pop.
Mm.
This is a revealing conversation between Vito and his wife, though.
Okay, go for it. What's revealing about it?
When she was like, "Who's Stan McConey?" He said some guy. She was like, "Vito."
Not
Like,
that. Not that.
like what?
He said not like that.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
man. So that means she knew. We were asking, did she know? She knew, like, right? Or did
yeah,
we?
man. Of course she knew.
She knew.
Yeah, she definitely
She
had to
knew.
know.
She knew. She was okay with it though. I feel for,
Yeah, she
I
was
feel
cool
for
with
her
it.
for so much, Mrs. Spataford. Like I feel for her because she knew and she still was willing to accept it. So it's like you're living
She
a
just wanted
life.
her family.
Yeah, which I get. It's like you because Vito's probably really is good to her outside of that, that department. He's probably really good to her. He's really good to his kids. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, and she was okay with that. But I mean,
She got some young Italian stallion breaking her back on the side anyway, so she
you
good.
think so?
Period.
Yeah.
Came back.
Her and Vito probably like shared the same dude.
Oh my god! Oh my dogs! Oh man! She try to get the sessions back. She try to get the sessions back. Like, when are you coming home?
Facts.
Right.
Oh shit, man.
Oh man, that is crazy. I'm about to bring Johnny Cakes with me. I got this guy. I know a guy.
Oh man, that's why he said you love it up here, boy. We
Are you love it up here?
Yeah, our little parties we be having.
Yeah.
Shit.
Never mind. I was about to say something. You said parties.
Oh,
Thought of
man.
something. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did think this was a genuine conversation, though. I did like that. I do think Vito genuinely was sorry. This is what makes it like maybe she didn't know because he's saying I'm sorry. So it's like if she knew, why would he be so sorry? Unless
He
it's
had
like,
to leave.
okay, sorry that he left.
I'm sorry, I had
maybe
to
sorry
leave.
that everybody else found out, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got to deal with this home, just like we saw at the restaurant the other day, man. Now kids getting picked on, rumors circulating. Like this is more than just leaving. That sucks, but also you left other shit with us. Now we gotta deal with this. What's your mess?
Yeah, and she really loved him because she still was like, man, just come home. Like she didn't care about none of that. And he was like, man, there's some money. It's $30,000 for you, but she didn't care about none of that. Like versus some of the other wives and stuff like that. So I just a very interesting relationship. You know what I mean? From a writing standpoint, but
as an adult, to be in a situation where your whole life is upended, like the way you operate, the way you earn, get money, all of that's going now. That's scary.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That's scary, man. Like, so I get it. She wants him back. She don't give a fuck about none of the rumors. Let's just be us. I don't care if it's a lie. Let's live the lie. Yep. This is a lie that I've been used to for my entire adult life, and we got to keep it moving.
So answer me this. So Vito Jr. gets on the phone. He's like, hey, you been good? You been behaving? He's like, yeah, Then it was like, Dad? I don't know what. I didn't get it. Like, it was. That's what I'm like, bro. You're sitting there. It's so random. I'm sorry. It just never makes sense to me when I watch it. Like, Dad?
He thought it was a side nigga.
He thought it was another man.
He thought it was Johnny Cake. Yeah, the dude, the other Johnny
Cake. He was like, Thad? Maybe he meant Thad. Nah, it's just such a weird, I don't know. It's just a weird moment. I didn't understand that part. But he was like, I gotta go or whatever.
Hey there, champ.
So then we go to the next scene. Tony's at the Bada Bing.
I think that whole thing, my fault. I think that whole thing was he wanted to ask him. Like, all these rumors. He getting my ass kicked in this new restaurant. Like, what's going on, man? Like, I think he's at that age where Dad, and he knew, and that's why he just said, man, like, I gotta go. Like, I ain't got.
Okay, I'm not ready to have this conversation yet.
Yeah, that's how I took it.
Okay, that's good. I think your read is better. That's a better read. So yeah, we go to the next scene. Tony's at the bada bing. Obviously, you know, they doing these transitions on purpose. And then Kaisha pulls up, and Tony's going back and forth about the sale and what is keeping him from selling, but he also wants to pursue her and take a stab at it, and it almost worked at this moment. But she says she's going to practice restraint, and she does. Anything else y'all want to add to this scene?
Artie was right. Tony know how to close deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Nigga said, I have a wife. I'm married. Shit, we both got something to lose. What's up?
Do y'all think she was ever really engaged?
That's a good question.
I've always thought she wasn't when she said that.
Don't we see her later?
About her?
We see her later.
See her later.
Yeah, like that shit.
I see you when I see you. Like,
did she mention? I think she mentioned her fiance then, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think she was engaged. I just think she wasn't shit.
Yeah, she's just outside. Well, she said she had a problem or something. Right.
Yeah.
So we go to the next scene. Vito's invited. He's in a bar, you know, and he's invited by Johnny Cakes to their table.
Did you hear what they were saying before he went over there?
No. What were they saying?
He said they was outside practicing drag, like being drag queens.
Oh, I did hear something.
No, that's not what they meant, man.
That's what I'm wondering. Okay, that's what
they said.
Oh,
practicing
man.
Dummy drag.
Yeah, because they
the dummies.
They was dummies like getting people out of a house, man. Like having the strength and resistance.
Whoever wrote this could be a rapper.
Come on, man.
See,
somebody could be a rapper. They did that on purpose. Practicing dummy drag.
But
I ain't gonna hold you.
No, I'm not gonna be associated with this.
Watching volunteer firefighters just drag dummies, staring at them. That's weird.
That's worse than the drag.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what y'all on. It looked like they eating some Wingstop wings.
They probably was thinking like to do a creep, and he did the fake look away. Knowing the drink was being delivered, he did the fake. I'm taking a shot, so I know they looking at me. I ain't gonna look at them. This whole thing was just weird.
Yeah, are we supposed to believe they're all gay?
No, I don't think so.
I always read it like that.
I did too.
I always thought it was like, oh, this is like they're
supposed to believe that.
Yeah,
well, it's because the way the dudes are talking, it felt like this is their like kind of a small their own community. Because it feels like they're trying to show you like this is what it's like, a full acceptance, not just the city itself or state or whatever, but like this actual this little group of men. Like this is what it's like to actually be around men that also identify as homosexuals. Like that's the way I've always seen it because of the way dude was talking.
I can't argue against that. That makes sense. I never took it as that originally, but now that you said it like that, I could see if we're gonna dive into this world, might as well go all the way in with Vito. So I get that. That makes sense. I never looked at it like that.
Because it's gonna give you the excuse to show you like this is what it's even more like when you're in the full community of it, like full acceptance of it all.
I don't know, man. Part of me thinks that they would have been intentional about that. They would have made it known that, but you know, sometimes Sopranos doesn't like to just come out there. Other than this episode, they don't like to just come out there and tell you exactly what's going on. But I think the glance between Vito and Jim, is his name Jim or Johnny? Whatever.
It's Jim, but I just call him Johnny.
So the glance between them was almost like, because if I was at the table, I'd have been like, yo, I'd have noticed it. Y'all staring way too hard at each other.
Well,
I'm too observant.
I think that's the point.
That they ignored it because it was normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. That's a great. I've never
picture
looked at
Vito
it like that,
doing
that.
That. Picture Vito doing that. Let's say there's another gay guy in the mob. And picture him being at Saxry House. He's sitting at one end of the table. Somebody else sitting at the other end of the table, and they're busting balls and cracking jokes. They're like, hey, you know, they come up with a joke for something wrong with your eyes or something. They'll come up with a joke with that because you're staring or whatever. Like that just wouldn't exist. So to me, it's like, oh, this is perfectly normal. It's just them two are having a communication thing. Like, hey, you down? I'm down. Like that's kind of the thing I got from it. So, yeah, that was crazy though. So yeah, they go outside and they pretty much Vito's, but they about to get to it, and then Vito last minute just snaps on him, and the dude was like kind of calm about it. My bad, I made a mistake. I misread the situation, but Vito obviously, we get a later scene. He reveals why he reacted that way, but
he was really trying to be a gentleman because he know he didn't make a mistake.
Yeah, he know he didn't.
They locked lips, and Vito leaned in as well. So he was really trying to be a gentleman.
Yeah, but it was
so. He called him out on the shit. What do you call him? Closet queen.
Closet queen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he called him out, Barry.
Wink, wink.
I know what it is.
But Vito's not. It seems like Vito's not used to having this level of comfort. Like he's out in the open kissing another man. Like this is not. We're not at a gay club. We're not way out past Jersey. We're way somewhere else. Like it almost feels weird to him. Almost it seems like the fact I'm open out here and doing this. Like hold up, I gotta still keep my guard up because that's how it's always been for him. So it's
on a much smaller scale, and I can't. Some people gonna understand this, and some ain't. Black men listening to this are gonna understand what I'm about to say. That's like the version of dating a white woman.
Okay.
Like, if anybody ever seen the skits, like I know Dance Flick had a good scene, like where, and I know black men who's dated white women, and they say it's like that. When you see other black people, you kind of like try to tighten up, like, oh, I ain't really with her and shit like that. But instead of just living your free public life, and then they get in their comfort areas, and then like, oh, okay, then we comfortable now. I can kiss you in public and stuff. That's what that shit always made me think of, because people would just be scared to be themselves. And Vito's finally trying to understand. Vito's trying to understand. Yeah. Like what it's like to just be me.
Men with fat women do that too.
That too. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big
one. Or men that are like men that got other work that's around.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I don't know any larger woman to be lonely.
Nah.
I'm telling you that.
Say what?
They I don't know them to be lonely. They got action.
Facts.
They got motion.
Well, yeah,
a lot of people just be hiding the fact that they like larger women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people, got different contractual,
I don't even know where you're about to go with this.
No, he got stuck right there. You really wanted to say something, didn't want you? I've been there before.
I told you, I am growing. We're in at the end, and I am growing. Yeah, all y'all moisms and emails, y'all ain't gonna get me too many more times, because I'm refined. But
Nick, we'll see the next series. How much you've grown.
Go back to the beginning, back to the basics, But yeah, they scrap it out, and that's what it was. Even though they drunk, and it was good acting on the guy that plays Johnny Cakes, because he looked drunk when he threw that punch, which I was like, that's just a good subtlety to say, hey, remember, you're not fully, and he was about to hit him with the pole. Pause,
Jesus.
Goodness gracious. But he ended up he ended up clocking him. Because he's like dirty fighter, and it's like, dang, bro, you about to knock your whole crush out. Like, that's crazy.
He finna hit him with the pole for sure.
You better get hit with the pole. Catching, not pitching.
Oh.
Y'all motherfuckers is
wild.
So when Vito was getting head from the security guard, no. Oh man, the guys are crazy. Yeah, Tony and Carmella, they talk with AJ, and AJ wants to run a club, and they don't take it seriously, and rightfully so. But it's hilarious that Carmella keeps bringing back the event planning thing that she heard one time, like a couple seasons ago. She keeps bringing the event planning. He's like, would you stop bringing, like that was funny, because us as young
that was his
boys,
best line of the series.
Absolutely.
Like, where the fuck did you even get
because she overheard it. He never even brought that to him. That's what make it funny. Like, because you've been a young person, like I've heard y'all another week in the books where like your parent has an idea of you, and it's like they're stuck somewhere where you're nowhere near that. It's like, bro, how many times I gotta tell you?
Yeah, I don't know what you thought this was.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
man.
but yeah, that was just.
I don't think this is a bad idea for AJ though. I think this would have actually been good for him and like a storyline and to
Yep.
give him some redeemable shit. If we had seen him for the rest of the series
Yeah.
trying to make a club successful or Tony taking it from him and letting somebody else run and him being jealous about it or something like that, I think would have been a lot better than what we got. I thought that was a pretty good idea actually.
Yeah, I did too. I think they just stopped making AJ, like at this point, stop writing him that way. Like stop writing him. He has gripes that don't make sense. Like stop writing him that way. Like change his trajectory. He don't have to be smart as Meadow. Man, where's Meadow when you need her? He don't have to be as smart as Meadow, but start giving him common sense because he's older now. So, and they do try to do that, but they keep having these ignorant gripes that he has with his parents that don't make sense, and he can't articulate it. And that's always the problem. But I like the club thing. I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, okay, this could be interesting, you know. So, but yeah, this is just a funny scene. They getting on him, and then Carmela's still like trying to put him back in college. Like, you know, but like that sound like that's a mom for you. Still got hope, holding out hope for him to go to college. Like, I mean, and he said, how many times I got to tell you? Second semester, what do you say, spring semester or something like that? Like you like re-enroll or whatever, and you know,
That kid Fernando, that kid's a creep.
Man,
I called him Fernando.
Yeah.
Hey, Carmela said, you know, I was
Spanish
with his
connection.
mom on the lunch committee. You know, he got a learning disability. Tony said, "Fuck that."
He's a creep. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. What you talking about?
Hey, Tony wasn't going for none of that shit. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. That motherfucker off. He been off.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck that."
No, don't talk about my friends like that. I will talk about your friends. Like, bro, shut up. Look at your hair. So we get to another Tony and Melfi session, and Tony tries to.
Hold on, man. I'm sorry. One of the funniest things in that scene was when AJ was counting Tony's pockets.
He says, "You got all the money in the world."
That look that Tony gave, like,
he looked at Carmela like, "Where the fuck you get that from?"
Hey, ain't nothing funnier than somebody who don't have, AJ don't got a clue. But just assume that Tony can just fund and pay for whatever and whatever. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
Thanks.
That look Tony gave was priceless, man. Shout out to Jim getting a fee.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace too. Well, yeah, we get to Tony and Melfi session, and Tony tries to take a stab at justifying his future of sleeping with women, but has to convince himself that it's because of Carmela's loyalty that he would never do it. It's like he's trying to believe what he's saying out loud. And I just didn't like Melfi's passion right here. Can y'all explain it to me? I just felt like she got extra passionate. Like, cause she let it marinate for a minute. It's not like she let it marinate, let it brew, kind of stew for a second. And it seemed like she was like kind of getting overly passionate about this specifically. And I don't know why, if it's off the heels of the Elliott session or what it was.
Tony challenged you. Say, you were projecting, like, can you give me just some sound advice for once? Like, trying to challenge her, like, bro, like, what do you mean for once? You've been coming here for 6-7 years. You talking about, I don't give you sound advice? All right, then, cool. I got something for you. That's how I kind of read it.
Yeah, and I agree with, yes. And it was also like he was giving more information. That what she was talking about with Elliot. Like he was finally letting her in a little bit as to what was bothering him, not just the everyday mundane shit that's going on with the crew or whatever it may be, but this is something actually that's emotionally challenging for him, and he trying to figure it out and actually asking her for help, like Rich just said. So that's what that made her ears perked up. Like, oh, okay, now we're getting somewhere, is what she thought.
Yeah. We go to the next thing. Carmela gives AJ some money. She said, you're gonna either get a job or you take on college interviews, and he thanks her, doesn't move a finger, doesn't get out the bed. Just something I noticed is the aficionado magazine that he has, the Sopranos have actually been in that. And I literally just caught that just now. So that's an interesting thing. Little plug talk there. But
that was another great transition too. Melfi telling Tony, like, make whatever you guys do, make sure you're on the same page. And then without even asking Tony, she gives him the money, even though Tony said no more money. Just another great storytelling by the show. That's a mom thing to do.
Yeah, that's a mom. You know.
And two, I think those three scenes combined do point towards Melfi's question as to do you think it's Carmela's fault? And Tony is hesitant to answer it like he don't know. But these three scenes kind of show it. Yeah, it is her fault. Like she's enabling him by giving him this money. She doesn't believe in the thing that he wants to do because it's not how she sees him. She trying to guide him towards being a fucking event planner or going to college. He was like, no, I want to own a club. And Tony's like, okay, as a man would, they want to see his son be successful and has the means to do so. Like, okay, you say you want to do this. I want you to take some responsibility. I'm gonna help you get it started. But his mom don't want to see him doing that. And she brings up the, oh, he's not even drinking age. What the fuck do that got to do with me running the club? Like, so I think these three scenes back to back, speaking to the cuts, like you guys said, were very key in pointing the finger towards Carmella for how we view AJ.
You know what it is too? Like, I think you're right. I mean, again, Tony don't get no slacks for because you're you're absentee father, so to speak, but he's old school. You know, just like Melfi said, outside of these things, you're pretty, you're old fashioned guy. So Tony's old fashioned, like as far as he's gonna go out, do whatever he got to do, but he always bringing home the bacon. That's what Tony does, and he's looking at, in a sense, Carmella's like, bro, you had one job, kind of. Like you're a homemaker, so our kids should be straight. Now we get the reality is it don't always work that way, but that's the way I think Tony's looking at it, and that's where the hesitancy comes in. So I think you make an excellent point because I didn't even put that together, but I think you make an excellent point there with that. We get a scene. Vito walk past the diner and sees Johnny Cakes, and he's walking home with a pizza. Shouts out to the makeup team. He really looked like he got mollywopped. Then we go to the next scene. AJ snorts coke.
Taking a little toot.
That word toot is crazy. But yeah, taking a toot, and he meets with his friends and these other guys. And again, this is starting to feel a little heavy-handed right here. This is where it starts to, and for me, the specific ethnicity, like the whole thing about some earlier characters and then these characters, I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to get across, but it feels heavy-handed, and that's as far as I'm going to take it. If y'all watching it, y'all know the club scene where AJ thought he was that guy and they really wanted to meet with his dad. Y'all put the pieces together.
And you got to know how to parlay that too. You got to run it by me first. Nigga, I ain't finna just introduce you to my dad. You ain't finna just, can you make the introduction? No, nigga, pitch me.
Yeah.
Like AJ did a terrible job of living up to it, like you said, Mo. Like the ball is right by the rim.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
it's right by the rim. All you gotta do is tip it in.
Yeah, it's like, man, for a small fee, I may be able to make something happen.
Yeah, I could do it for you, and then we could get my dad in on it. Like it's like if he had any sauce, he could get it done.
Yeah.
Also, dude's name being Daryl was crazy.
That's what I was.
It's just like your customer service when they call you.
Daryl.
Daryl, what?
Hey, my name is Linda.
Hey, you know what? Like, what's
your
that
name
show
not
for?
Look, no, that's not your name. Something tells me, based on this phone call, and who is on the other side of this line, your name's not Linda.
Where you located, Linda?
give me some coordinates, please.
Nah, this one even more crazy because I'm meeting you face to face and you telling me your name Daryl. Like what?
Nigga, Daryl.
In a social
your
setting,
homeboy,
in a
your
social
homeboy
setting.
named Farad, like Farad or something. And your name Daryl? Nigga, get out of here.
Get out of here. Daryl is. Listen, anyway, Daryl is crazy.
Daryl is insane.
Hey.
My name Daryl.
My name's Daryl. How to be like, no, it's not.
Hey man, you taking
I
a comedy too far.
I don't know who you are and what you're trying to protect, but it's all
Daryl is that is ridiculous. Because that's not even common. Like if you say John or Bill or Ray, you said Daryl. Like who have you been talking to?
Oh man.
You
said my name is Daryl with one Daryl too.
Oh man,
like
that's crazy.
What?
Yeah, bro. You the feds for sure.
Facts. You're a policeman.
You're a policeman. I smell bacon, bro.
Oh shit.
Want some crack? Crack. Like what?
That's not how
Fucking
this
think
works.
of what else?
Oh shit, that's funny.
But
I
yeah,
just watched it.
and then AJ gets home and he tells his mom to wake him up at 10, and that's pretty much that. Vito sits in at breakfast at the Airbnb and he looks annoyed. And he notices Johnny Cakes drives by. What do y'all think he's feeling at this moment?
I go get my man back. I can't sit up here in these mornings and eat these croissants and listen to these boring ass stories.
Facts.
Okay. We get AJ. Carmela wakes him up. He's obviously coming down from coke. She's mad and she's yelling at him. It's 2 hours, 4 hours and passed. So many hours have passed when he told her to wake him up, and we don't even get a reason why he told her to wake him up at 10. Like, we don't get no reason why. Like, you're going to work, you're going to do applications. What are you? Nothing. And he pretty much lays around all day until he finally decides. He looks in his drawer. He has a knife. He goes to Uncle Junior and botches the attempted murder. And then Tony gets AJ out of jail, and then we get that whole scene. So between them three scenes, Carmela waking him up, him grabbing a knife, going to see Uncle Junior. Uncle Junior is saying they're lying to him why he ain't got no letters, and then, pretty much a botched murder attempt, and Tony gets him out. So what y'all gather from all this?
It's more hitting us over the head to AJ a loser, the whole thing. Like, come wake me up at 10 a.m., which is already late. The fact that you need to get somebody need to wake you up for 10 a.m. I can see 6 a.m., 7 even.
Yeah, but 10 is crazy.
Then you are lounging around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, what was the point of me even waking you up? What you got going on? He's looking for his purpose, and his purpose is trying to avenge. He's starting to believe this character that he's acting out when he goes to these clubs. Like, oh, I am Tony Soprano's son.
Yeah.
I am a junior. I am a gangster. You know what? Let me put my name out here and get some credit. Let me see if I'm good at this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's obviously not. The best part of it, obviously, was when Tony got him out of jail. That was a real conversation that AJ needed to hear.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you need to grow up.
Was there
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish.
I was gonna say, you talking about I'm a hypocrite because my favorite scene is Godfather 1. Like, bro, are you serious? Like, you ain't even got that in you, and you so nonchalant and aloof that I just bailed you out of jail for attempted murder. What could have been attempted murder, and you talking about something, my stomach hurts, bro. I should.
That's what made him snap.
Man.
The stomach
that's
hurt
what made him
thing.
snap. You don't get it. You ain't gonna get it, and you still my son.
Mm-hmm.
Big fucking jerk off, man.
Could y'all have ever got that off what AJ did in y'all mom's house?
Bro, why you
sleeping till noon?
Getting damn well.
And,
bro, I don't even know
you laying on the living room couch with your drawers on. Like, bro, you don't pay no bills here. Like, laying on the living room couch with your drawers on at 4 p.m. Like, you might have got beat up.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't
in the black house.
At
you might have got
at
beat
20
up,
years old. It's
at
crazy.
Oh yeah, you would have got beat
20,
up.
like
20
nope. Get up and go to work. But yeah, man, it's
I don't know where you finna go, but you ain't finna be here.
I'm gonna tell them you're a nice guy.
You're an approachable dude.
Yeah, man. Hell no, that ain't never happening, man. I'm just thinking about what.
Like, Tony was like, bro, like, I just got you off on. I know some friends that got you off. That was an attempted murder, bro. You literally, he's a felon at this point. You're about to kill your Uncle Junior because of what? To get clout with a girl that gave you a massage so you can make it to fourth base?
I don't think it was for that. I think it was for AJ. AJ's lost. He doesn't know who he is.
Oh yeah, I don't think I agree with Rich.
See, it's so hard to say. You probably are right as far as he's lost, but the problem is y'all never gave us. Y'all wrote him from the gate like lost. Like, that's the problem. Like, we're lost actually.
Well, let me. I'll push back just a tad bit because we made it okay, but there's a lot of people like that don't know what they want to do. Even at our age, they don't know what they want to do.
Oh, that's fine.
They might not have found that, and I think that what David is trying to portray in AJ is that guy that didn't get it. The guy that, you got your crew in high school that you all either went to college or you working jobs. you making a way, you carving your way out in this life. And then there are people who's like, I have no idea, I'm just existing, I'm just wandering. And I've been sheltered by the privilege of my dad, my family name, the money. I never really had to go out and hustle. I never had to grind. Like, so all of this is new, and I think that's what they're trying to show. I could be looking like, also AJ's a dipshit, so there's that.
Well, it's just his character is just not worth these AJ centric episodes. That's the thing. Y'all didn't make him interesting enough for these AJ centric episodes. Like, Artie's interesting enough, so when you watch a Luxury Lounge, you're like, oh, this is actually interesting. He's a civilian, but it's funny. He's such a great actor. We're locked in and we're enjoying this. We could have did maybe two more episodes of Artie focused episodes. I could like, really? I probably, like a season 1 episode, just getting to know who Artie is, probably like somewhere in the middle, season 4, like if it was like him and Chris were having a moment or whatever, and then probably like the one we got. Like I could, like, I like Artie enough like that, but I definitely like Artie way more than AJ. Like, we got multiple. I agree with that. We got Down Neck. We got quite a few AJ centered episodes. A family. What is it? The family. All the family or whatever. Like, it's too many AJ focused episodes, and we don't have any. He just. There's no depth there, and it's like y'all just wasting. I just feel like y'all waste our time when y'all make it focused around them. Because I want to see what y'all want to present to us. That's my thing. I want to understand why you wrote it this way. Why do you like this and have such admiration for? I want to understand so I can appreciate him, but I can't appreciate him because you don't give us anything, and it's not a black thing. It's a character thing. Like, y'all don't give us anything with them. Y'all don't know where to go with them. Like, I should have just wrote him off. Like, he should have been like Hunter. Meadows' friend in the early season. Like, I should just wrote AJ off, like, or did the Ari Gold and say, oh wait, they don't have 2 kids, they only got 1 kid.
That's interesting.
Like the daughter from Family Matters, is she just gone?
Yeah, that went upstairs and never came back.
Never came back.
What I will say though, and what I think they missed with this, I agree with what you're saying as far as the character for AJ, but to separate the actor Robert Eiler in this scene, he had a great, like, when he's doing the whole lied, like, we need to be very clear as a podcast, like, the actor is good. He does a fantastic job. It's the character that sucks. So I just thought that this was one of those scenes where we saw that in motion. Like, he did a fantastic job right here when he was going off and had the tears in his eyes and like, you're the biggest hypocrite. Like, that shit was good. It was compelling.
It was
that's
good.
probably what they seen to continue writing him in the show, but they just didn't do a good job. I agree with you, Mo. But this scene right here, that was great.
Yeah.
That was one of his best scenes. Like, that was top tier shit.
It's like that one in a later scene.
Mm-hmm. Like, that was top tier shit right there.
Yeah, this is like top 3 AJ scenes for sure.
Facts.
So Robert, like you said, Robert Eiler, absolutely. Like, there's no knock on him if they ever come across and send this or whoever. This ain't no knock on him. It's actually more of a compliment, because how does the director give you direction on what AJ's feeling when there's no constant? Where is he supposed to be going with this? Like, we don't even understand. So how does he even understand how to convey it?
Yeah.
So that's a good point. So we got to give Robert Eiler even more credit, just to say, like, the character's so confusing. How did you even figure out how to make him confusing?
Make it that good. Yeah, exactly.
So,
What about the dry heaving was nuts. Like, the dry heaving, throwing up and nothing.
that scene, that just shows, bro, you can't even throw up. That's what I got from you, bro. You can't even vomit.
Oh, that was funny, man.
Like, that's how weak you are. Like, bro, you can't even properly regurgitate. God, like, that's how funny. Like, bro, that's why afterwards Tony said, man, get in the car.
Fuck in the car, nigga.
Man, get in the car, bro.
And that suede jacket Tony got on is fire.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice jacket. The jacket.
The jacket, you're flexing.
Yeah, that's a nice jacket.
Yeah, but yeah, Tony, like, I just love the passion, and then it's just like, it's a movie.
Like, what are you talking about? You're an adult, bro. You gotta grow up, AJ.
Because when they come and he murders those guys, you sit there and eat your bowl of ice cream. You say that's your favorite part of the movie.
Like, I don't have
make me
As
want to
everyone
cry.
knows, I don't have children, but there's got to be a certain feeling when you just reach that point, like, man, my child's like a loser.
A loser.
Like,
Yep.
I love them. I love him. Like, it's not going to change. It doesn't change anything as that, but he is just, he going to have a rough go at it in his lifetime.
You just come to the realization, like, damn, I'm one of those parents.
Yeah, like, it's just a
That's
real
just
time
what, like, damn, I
like,
did what I could, but I guess I'm one of the parents that got one of those kids. Like, that's
God, that's a scary place.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely
I
is.
could imagine.
Absolutely.
I could imagine, bro.
Like, damn, I gotta accept it. Like, there ain't nothing else I could do. It's just you're just a bum. But yeah, anyway. So after that, Kaisha calls Tony about the Jamba Juice and it went up on the price. And then we see that Tony sees the old lady from the neighborhood. And he says, sold. And then he sets up the play to get his joint cop later on, and she didn't bat an eye. Which speaks.
That's a great idea. She said, good idea.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. The layup is there. Like, he said it so smooth. How about I meet you at your place at 9:00 to sign the papers? Yeah, not a problem. Yeah. Hey, listen.
A thirsty real estate agent will do that though, and have no intention. And have no intentions of fucking him. Yeah, it just so happens that she's a freak. I feel like, but you can get a thirsty real estate agent because you got to think how much money she's gonna make off this.
But
like you're getting like 4 or 5% of a $400,000 deal. That's a lot of money.
Dang,
you need to come to my you need to come to my you need to come to my house at 9:00 to sign these papers, and it's fine. I'll take that.
What was the Rich? Do you remember the number for the new price that she said?
It was 475. What? 471.
494.
494. My goodness. Okay, so try to do the math. You said like 4 or 5%.
At least 5%. Maybe even 6.
I don't know. I just want to open up. All right, so 494. That's 10%. That's what?
10% of 494 is 49,000, almost 50 G's.
So
yeah, $49,400.
Okay, so then half of that would be
4% of $494,000 is $49,000. Oh no, that's not right. My bad.
That's 10%. That's 10%.
Yes.
So I'm close to 25 bands.
Oh, whew, nice, man. But yeah, Tony.
5%.
The exact number is $19,720. So you're getting 20 grand play off of one sale.
Yeah. So if you notice though, Tony's talking, but like he's doing the thing that niggas do when you got the hand on the inner thigh and you in your bag. Hey, if you look at the shot, Tony getting it, I was like, oh yeah, How about you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yo, that's a slick little like adage, just putting that on like, yeah, we about to get it popping. See, this is the difference between Tony and AJ, because it's like, yo, I'm gonna show you how to do it. But yeah,
that would have been my thing too, man. Like, I'm really slow motion right now. I ain't really, like, as we've seen throughout this season with Tony, he's slick slow motion right now. He ain't really just. I gotta have AJ with me every day, bro. Let me put you on game, bro. Yeah. Hop in. Yep. Like I'm finna take you to the Bing. Like we finna be outside, nigga.
Yeah, you 20.
You finna get this sauce. Yeah, like you finna get this sauce. I can't. That would be my thing. That would be my solution if I feel like Rich, like what you said. I'm raising one of the Lou. Like, nah, bro, you finna hop in. Like I'm taking the wheel, bro. Like just do what I just pick up some sauce while we out.
Or throw him out. Throw him to Benny and them. Throw him to Benny. Throw him to Chris.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
To both of y'all point, man, it's not the fact that AJ has to be like Tony. It's that AJ literally has no identity. There's nothing that interests you. There's nothing that I can see you want to do. There's nothing you express. Because a lot of times people have different interests and you push them in that. If you wanted your son to play basketball, but he likes building things, and then sign him up for stuff like that. Go build him. It's just the fact that AJ has nothing. There's nothing I want you to do. So the only thing I know how to do is teach you how to be me. Or at least have a little bit of motion in these streets. You know how to handle yourself.
Yeah.
Know how to talk to people. You know what I mean? Know how to make connection, know how to barter.
Yeah.
Like Tony would have never paid dude $200. Or paid that bill, man. There would have been something worked out.
Tony walked out of there with some sunglasses, bro. He was like, hey man, I left my wallet in the car.
Yeah, man. Like, what I look like? What I'm doing that for?
Yeah.
Pay you for what?
Huh? Excuse me? But yeah, so Vito goes back to the diner and he basically said, apologizes, and he says sometimes you tell a lie so long you don't know when to stop. You don't know when it's safe. Solid scene. What this just makes a later scene very interesting in some senses. So I don't have much to add to it, but I think Johnny Cage is a stand-up dude.
This is my sorry for 2004.
Definitely was. Might have to throw that meme together. I did that a minute ago actually with Carmella and Tony, but yeah. But anything else y'all want to add to this diner scene with Vito and Johnny?
Nah, man. Just confirmation if you didn't know already. They fuck with each other.
Okay.
Like, even through the fight.
Carmella helps Tony get ready. And Tony seems to have some things on his mind. And that's kind of it.
Well, it's setting up the fact that, man, you just, this woman is helping me. She's calling me handsome, telling me she's proud of me, and I'm about to go. I'm looking at this kind, innocent face, and I'm about to pile drive this real estate agent.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
You on mute, bro.
You think Carmella was like unsuspecting too?
She
like
was.
100%. Yeah, she wasn't even, and that's another thing I think that persuaded him like in the later decision. Like she really like as men, you be like, she really trusts me. Like that kind of persuades you not to want to do wrong.
Yeah.
Versus a chick being like, yeah.
It's hard to get 100% trust.
Yeah, if they displaying that type of trust, you don't want to let them down. So that made sense.
But then again, you remember they had an agreement though, so he's really kind of in line with the agreement. Like, cause remember when she took him back, she said, "Don't have your whores in the house."
Yeah.
So like she was okay with whatever, just keep it from the crib. So, but I think that she was unsuspecting. I definitely think she wasn't necessarily cool with it at this moment. Like, I think maybe all bets were off since you were in a coma. So there's that part too. But Johnny Cakes and Vito, they roll out on the Harleys and they find a place in public to get their Brokeback Mountain on.
Did Vito go buy a motorcycle?
I think he probably had another one.
He probably knew somebody. Like, everybody's so friendly there.
Vito's strapped for cash.
Hey, this is this is as racist a scene as the shit that we be talking about with black. This scene is crazy. The picnic out in the in the meadow with the bikes parked right there, man. That's crazy,
that's
bro.
Nuts.
How Vito is laying, like, come on, man. What are we doing?
These guys can literally just get a room.
This shit is like a Saturday Night Live skit.
It is, bro. Every time I say it's like, why are y'all being so romantic? Y'all don't know each other like that, bro.
God,
you mad romantic, like gay or straight. Like, why are y'all being so romantic about it, nigga? Like, go get a room. Like, y'all out, like, you know how much you got to be into a woman to have sex on dirt.
To go have a picnic. And yeah, like you said, we are dressing out here on the fucking blanket.
We got ants and bees and everything flying around, and we about to get to it right here, right now. You know how much you got to be into her to do that.
Facts.
Like, you about to
use
pebbles on your knees. He definitely ain't young. That's I'm like, bro.
That's some young shit. That's some 16-year-old. I ain't got no crib. I'm about to just get it where I can, type shit. Back of the car, out on the park bench. Yeah, that's wild.
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just like, bro.
And I'm not even, again, I go on a picnic. I ain't even saying I'm just that macho man and like, I ain't going on a picnic. I would do that, but we're not fucking out. We're not, come on.
Yeah, bro. We damn near ain't sleeping out there.
Right. Like, what we doing?
Like, do we really want a tent and camp out and sleep in the, so me having sex, like, bro, I just can't picture myself being that vulnerable. And like you like your whole ass cheeks and everything is out, and you're getting to it, and with flies and bees flying around. I just can't fathom. I mean, it may make it better. You know what I mean? It might be
Johnny Chase. Would you get your Johnny Chase on at the beach over in Cons?
I would have did that.
See, the beach is different though.
Beach is
I'd have
different
did
now.
Yeah, the
that.
beach a little
Yeah,
different. I
I'd
mean, it
did
might
that.
be a little rough on the platform, but that beach, I might get to it. Like you called me, you just called me. But
Ocean
like,
in the background.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
do
doing
that.
that.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with that
Yeah.
texture. That texture I can live with.
I'm not driving to a field of hay or whatever the fuck a meadow field
Yeah, a
and
place
laying a
where you
blanket
probably got
down.
cows somewhere down the,
Yeah,
you know what I
like we
mean?
laying cross body kissing in the middle of a field. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Listen,
What the
we're not
fuck?
young. Y'all both got kids. Like, nigga, act like some grown men. Nigga, grow
Yeah,
up.
get a room.
Get a
All the road by.
room.
Get a room.
Like y'all are grown men on dirt. Get
and
up and
and
like
not
yo.
to it ain't too many positions that they could have got in
That's
out
what I'm
there.
trying to get. Like, y'all,
It ain't but a certain amount of ways that they was even getting down. It ain't
your
even got the
knees is
flexibility.
bad. Like,
Yeah,
come
they ain't
on,
even got the
bro.
flexibility of a man and a woman being outside. Like this is
Yeah,
totally
y'all need to
different.
really got it. Y'all need to get a room, bro. Like Vito should have just gone ahead, pull up to the Airbnb, and let's make some things happen. Like this should have never been. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely was being super.
Romantic.
Yeah. They're taking it. Oh my god, taking his shirt off with one hand too. It's like you're bare back and chest on dirt. All right, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep overemphasizing. I'm sorry. It's just I can't imagine that. And Vito's from Jersey. This is not his realm at all, bruh. So, but
maybe he
anyway,
was being submissive.
I mean, he definitely was. Like he was, he was.
Hey man, Spike. Hey,
he was, man. He was.
He was in the submissive bag.
he was bottoming from the top.
Oh man,
So
what's the next scene?
we go to the next scene. So AJ's back at the club again, and it looked like he's basically getting a prelude to the panic attack, and that's pretty much
this scene. This scene always reminds me. I don't know if y'all familiar with that Bill Burr joke, the comedian. He talks about how black people and white people, if you just change the fuck or the motherfucker when it comes to like telling stories and jokes. He just said black people have the art of it down. He said, black
I seen
person
that.
so yeah, so the joke is like, yeah, man. So I was standing there, man. This Asian motherfucker came in, da da da. He's like, you don't even hear it. It just goes on. He said, white people, if I'm telling that same story, yeah, I'm sitting there, right? This fucking Asian. You're like, whoa, like, chill out.
right.
And that's how dude was here, man. This fucking Armenian. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, no, chill out.
You're right. That's a good point. Wow.
I thought about that joke ASAP because he was really mad at
That's
that dude
funny.
for not giving him his deposit back.
Dang, that's a really good joke, bro. I never
Yeah,
heard
Bill
of
Burr
man.
good.
I'll
Man.
send it to
Bill
you.
Burr,
Yeah, Bill
a
Burr,
beast.
yeah.
He is a beast.
Yeah. I heard
I'll
bad
send
things
it,
about that nigga, so I didn't know.
Nah, he got a black wife.
So she
Not
likes
saying that means anything, but
it means something though.
it means something.
Quietly to us, it means something.
It does.
Yeah, the white men
We
black
do-
wife
we-
thing is a lot. It carry a lot more weight than black
We
men,
do
white
look
woman.
at Gary Owen
Facts.
like, okay, all right.
You do get a little like with black man. Like, okay, I see you.
Like Robert De Niro, we like,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it means something to us.
For those listening, yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
And it's the opposite direction for black woman, white man.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
It just
you're
is.
Right. You're right.
We look at that like, I wonder what's wrong with her.
Who hurt you? That's what I mean. Even though we got a lot of examples of how that goes left all the time with niggas, but we still be like,
damn, what happened? Especially if she begged, like, man, I wonder what happened.
That's why I always think, man, what happened? Like, dang, it was not one of us. All right, damn. All right.
Oh, we got a listener right now that I know is tripping.
They like, bro, they crazy. Like, they crazy. But y'all ain't. We moving on. But y'all not gonna get another podcast that is this comfortable with talking race. Like, you're just not gonna get it. Like,
they can't do it.
You can't. We what works against us actually works in our favor in this show. That's why people enjoy it, because it's the rawest version of this. Pause if necessary. All right. So Tony meets with.
I'm sorry, man. You know how much money I would be collecting if I was AJ?
Oh man.
Like, bro, you asked me all these favors, bro. Yeah, there's an entry fee for all this, bro.
His man's is probably getting paid from. That's what I thought, Rich. I'm glad you brought that up. His man's is probably like, hey, I'm gonna bring AJ to the club tonight. I'll let you chop game with him, whatever you need to tell him. I just need about 1,500, 100, whatever his little fee was.
Yeah, Tony. Look, here's how you lay it out. Tony Soprano's son is gonna make an appearance.
He's gonna be with me tonight.
There you go. There's your fee. Like I'm going to get Tony Soprano's son.
I'm gonna get you a sit down with him.
Yeah. So that's
Mo
it.
even
That's the
said
fee.
it dramatically like that too. He's gonna make an appearance.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly how you
Mo
said
know
it.
how to
That's
sell it.
perfect though. That's perfect
Yep.
because you can't say he kicking it with us. He hanging with us. He gonna make an appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
I'll
sell.
set it up because it makes it sound like it's a limited opportunity.
Yeah,
Facts.
Exactly. That's it.
Hey, man, look at Mo,
And
man.
another example of AJ having absolutely no sauce because he's not even picking up on this. He don't even know what's going on.
Well, he's fighting for his life, but
I'm talking about throughout the show though. This been happening the whole goddamn show. Like, excuse me, the whole episode.
That's true. You're right. You was right the first time.
And I'm making you pay the bill.
Yeah. It was shady.
He might have worked for Tony.
Sleeping, messing with 15-year-olds. Like, this nigga living wild.
Yeah, Arnon was a wild boy.
Yeah, boy. That's ridiculous. Like, to ask the age and be aware. Like,
that's another kind of sick.
Like,
because he wanted to confirm, he suspected and could have just went with it.
See, because niggas back, not niggas like as far as black people, but let's just say general back in the day. Let's go way, way back in the day. I'm not saying our day, just back in the day. If some guy, all right,
don't say it. But yes, that was a thing.
That's the Dave Chappelle was like, but you know what I
mean? Yeah. I don't know. I could never confirm.
So, yeah, I mean, like it's like that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's crazy.
I'm waiting on the next scene, man.
He like, what am I podcasting with?
I'm just waiting on the next scene.
Tony signs the paper.
And Xbox like, don't say it.
Yeah, all right.
I knew where he was going.
You knew I was going. That's like, all right.
I knew
exactly where you was going to. That's why I'm just sitting there looking down. Like, all right.
Oh man, motto. But Tony signs the paperwork with Kaisha, and Tony, they were about to get into it, and she was ready to get down. And pretty much Tony stops the session abruptly, and I just didn't like how Tony was like mad aggressive about it. Like I just like, you're getting mad at, like, get mad at yourself. Like, you grabbing her hands all hard. Stop. Are we done? Like, nigga, calm down, bro. Like, you let her on, and then you want to be mad about it because you're committing, and then you want to pout about it later. Like, nigga, relax. I just didn't like this energy from Tony. Like, this is just one of those moments, like, bro, like, relax, bro.
Fair. That's fair.
What say y'all?
I think that's fair. You're right.
But I dig it.
Mad at himself, but you know.
Yeah, he mad at himself. I mean, he's projecting, but I mean, you know,
just being a good man shit is overrated.
Facts. I'm supposed to be 10 balls deep.
I mean, for real. I mean, especially when you like that aggressive with it. It's like, hold up, I'll hold up.
But, I never did that. My man put a head down.
Was crazy.
Oh, he was locked in.
While they were signing the papers, yeah, that was crazy.
The only thing I'm gonna say though, it's like, bro, I didn't say it in the earlier scene, but it's like, bro, when you're a certain size, like you gotta do the math, nigga. Like that's all I'm gonna say there. It's like, do the math. You know. But they figured it out until they didn't. We go to the next thing. AJ passes out in the bathroom. Tony comes home and pouts about doing the right thing. And Patsy pulls up to the spot that Tony sold, and it's over for the little guy. The neighborhood is changing. So those are our last three scenes. Anything I want to add to the AJ passing out, Tony come home and pouting, or Patsy pulling up to the spot that Tony sold?
No, I think they pretty much all summed up. Like all of them put a nice bow on what they were trying to say as far as this.
Yep, stuff we already knew.
Yeah. AJ passing out, we don't care. Like, we don't care. Yeah. They're trying to
like even
it shows that he got more Tony in him than what we like to. He does have Tony in him, it's just not the
redeemable traits.
He got the bad traits of Tony.
And like you said, Mo, like, we don't care. Like, y'all could have. He did have the panic attack, I know, earlier with the football shit, but it's still like it's too spread out. We too close to the end. One thing I will say, since we're at the end of the episode now, we talked about it a little bit in pre-recording. I didn't realize how little like Tony had to do with season 6A. Like there's really no story for him in any of these episodes. Even in the beginning when he gets shot, like it's a regular mundane day. At the end of the episode, he gets shot. Then he goes into the coma and we get the whole Kevin Finnerty shit. And then we go with episodes about Ari and Benny, and now we have one about AJ. There's really, then we have a couple about Vito. There's no like, there's no Tony driven episode, and I think that's what makes the second part of season 6 so good. Like we get back into Tony's world. Like we're
Yeah.
not in Tony's world right now.
You're
We're
right.
just observers of different people in this world, which is cool because
Yeah,
the show
yeah.
is so good.
Mhm.
But I really just didn't realize that until we were talking about it and just watching it back, and we do a podcast. So of course you watch it more closely now. But I was like, damn, there is no Tony shit, and this is 8 episodes in.
Bro, you're right. I never looked at it like that. You're absolutely right, bro. It is very
literally doing nothing.
ensemble-ish. Like it's
Yeah.
very on the money on like we're gonna focus on. Yeah, no, he cooked that, yeah, for real. Cause it's like you're right. It's like it is very, you know, check out this, check out that, you know, all yeah, it's you nailed that, bro. Like that was perfect, bro. Like I didn't even think about it and that because it does feel different. And it might tie into like some of the issues that James Gandolfini was having with just the demand on having
Great
so
point.
many scenes. And it was like, bro, I'm tired. I need a break. This is taking over my life. It's too much.
As I was thinking of that, Mo, that's one of the things I thought about. I didn't get to research to look it up, but I know that there was talk about the toll that being Tony Soprano was taking on James Gandolfini, and I wonder, was that something that they purposely tried to do? So I'm glad you pointed that out. Like there was behind the scene tension on like me and Tony Soprano. Like they said on I think the documentary, he was ready to walk off the set damn near every day.
Yeah.
So was this them trying to give him a break from being Tony Soprano? We're gonna let you be another character. We're gonna be Artie and all these other people. So yeah, that's a good call out too.
Yeah, he definitely had some kind of leverage. He definitely was probably leveraging. And
he was like, I need a break from this shit, man.
And when 6B came, it was definitely probably like, okay,
we
we're rapping. This is it. We're done. Okay, this is my last time. I'm gonna give everything I got right here. And that's probably why he did, man. And that is our episode. And Rich, is there anything you wanted to add though, as far as any of those scenes, the AJ passing out or the Patsy, you know, just realizing like it's over with and
not at all.
Okay. Yeah. Well, before we get into our scenes, the email that held off on is from Joe Nelson. He says, "It's time for me to come clean, fellas. My last name is actually Ganascoli. That's right. The method actor and scumbag who portrayed Vito. This podcast is the only one who dug deep to get the nooks and crannies. Goodness gracious. The nooks and crannies of who Vito is. You notice my subtle hot dog eating, my touching of fin, and even asked.
This shit out loud sound crazy. Bro.
It does. Yeah, I wonder why I want to cut emails short. My touching of fin, and even asked where did I change into the biker costume? Parentheses. It was a bathroom of a Piggly Wiggly. My only problem is Rich said I got the idea for Vito from a book, but everybody knows I can't read.
I was weak at y'all two's exchange, and you was actually considering that this was dude for real. And Rich was like, bro,
yeah,
that's not him.
Bro, that is not him.
Burner accounts exist. That's all I'm saying. You never know.
Oh, but that was so funny. I knew you had to read that, but that was good, man. Shout out to Joe, man.
Joe Nelson, yeah. If you
and no disrespect to you, Mo, but the reason that I knew that's not him because like the tone of all the other of Joe's emails. When you told me the other shit that he wrote about the niggas on the throne and shit, like seems like he's a funny guy.
Yeah,
he's a funny guy.
Yeah, Bo was even still about to say like, if that was really you, like, bro, that wasn't him.
But like, why? I guess like just the setup for the joke just kind of like didn't make sense. That's why I kind of like, you know, I don't know, but yeah, well, and that's our episode, man. But before we get out of here, we have to leave with our rankings. Of course, we got to give out the good earning chains because that's what we do. So without further ado, oh man, come on, bro. What in the world, bro? I gotta request access to my own notes. What?
You might be logged in under another email.
That's probably what it is. All right. Well, I want to make sure I get this all situated. But while I'm doing that, Spike Lou, how do you rank this episode?
Oh, damn. There's some epic. It's just another envelope. Fuck it. I didn't want to do it, but I got to.
I know it was like between
I
that
got
good
to.
earner and just
Yeah, it
another
was
envelope.
right there on the verge, man. But it's
That's
just
crazy.
another envelope.
That's crazy. That's right there on the verge. It's a light envelope for me.
Mm.
Oh
I
wow.
almost did it just because of like the iconic stuff in this episode with
Yeah, this
the
is
transitions
definitely
with AJ and the trying to kill Junior. But yeah, this is just
not.
another envelope.
Not only is it just another envelope, it's light.
Damn.
See, if it was like Vito's storyline and somebody else other than AJ, it would be a good earner for me. Because the Vito stuff is interesting stuff. But every time y'all bring AJ, it kills the episode. So I'm with y'all.
What it is.
I'm with y'all. It's just another envelope.
Mm.
It has to be just because it's the AJ stuff does nothing for plots ever. So, who gets the good earner chain for you, Spike Lou?
Arnon, he was making a killing. Nigga ate this episode,
Hey, no,
bro.
you crazy. R9.
Hey, boy, he ate this episode, man. He was getting it in.
Yeah, he definitely was getting AJ's money for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I throw it over here. I need to figure that out after the fact. All right, Rich, who gets the good earning chain?
I guess by and large, I'm gonna give it to Tony. Like he back to getting active, you know, with his wife Carmela in the opening scene. Obviously back to his old ways, even though he stops himself trying to be a better man. That's a good thing. Really trying to figure out this AJ problem, even though that is a thorn in his side. He didn't have great moments. He had some bad moments, but also had a lot of good ones. And he made 494,000.
Oh, that's a great.
Anytime you make 494, it's a good day. And this episode just doesn't have a lot of wins.
Man, that's a good point.
Who you got, Mo?
I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go Carmela, man. What she's been able to do with Tony has at least prevented him from being committing infidelity in their marriage because of just the love. Like he's like, you really got it out. You really took care of me. You really care about me, and it worked. It affected him. Who knows how many times that's going to work, but it worked. Like it really affected him to say, no, I'm not doing that. So, and then, she tried her best with AJ. He didn't get it all together, but he was some kind of way they were trying to make it like he was trying. But again, I just don't think it was written well for AJ. But so I give it to Carmela. She had an effect in this episode. Put that here. Spike, who gets the broken balls?
I was torn between Vito's wife, Dan Carbone, Patsy, and my man at the egg shop. Ultimately, I have to go with Vito's wife. She just wanted her family back, bro.
Yeah.
She don't even care to be homosexual or anything. She just wanted her family back, and she's not able to do that. And we see how shit spirals out of control from there. But yes, I get to her. A lot of losers in the episode, like
a lot
of
losers, yeah, for sure. Rich,
that's a good one. The little guy. Little guy's a loser, man. And at the end, things just ain't what they seem to be. And we live through that now. We see, a bunch of chains and stuff like that. And I always prefer to go to the smaller family-owned joints. There's just a difference. But the little guy, man, the money is not flowing up the same.
I'm gonna go with the Italian old lady. she can't get them to turn the music down for nothing. They ran her off the block. She came over there by Saxry House. And even then, Tony then sold up under there. So that spot ain't gonna even be a spot that you can go to now. It's gonna be a Jamba Juice. So yeah. Anybody got a quote for this episode?
What'd you fucking do? Nothing. You didn't do anything. Fucking jerk off.
Man, for real. Big jerk off.
Oh, that's mine.
Okay. Let's see. What about you, Rich?
I've been dreaming about those Johnny cakes.
Oh man.
That's wild.
I've been dreaming
That's
about the
wild.
Johnny cakes.
Shit.
Get that.
I don't know,
uh-oh.
man. Did I have a quote? I don't really have a quote. I feel like I had something earlier. Go ahead and do yours, Mo. I'll see if I have mine.
Mine is the Melfi quote. When she said, let me try to pull it up here. So it was the first session they had.
Talking about the kids today?
Yeah, the kids today, what she says, these are different times. Young people today are bombarded with so much information, so much input of every kind. Consequently, true adulthood is delayed. So yeah, that was pretty good for me. And then lastly, what's your favorite moment of the episode?
Tony bailing AJ out of jail, and that's the speech afterwards. Easy work. That was easy money right there.
For sure. I agree with that one. That's
that
100%
one too.
it. Yeah, not a lot of memorable scenes in this. Like as far as just you're compelled to watch them. I always talk about YouTube moments. That's probably the only scene that I will pull up on YouTube from this episode. If I just wanted to randomly watch it because they bodied it.
Okay, so Tony bailing AJ out.
Not even bailing them out, just getting them out. Talk about privilege, man. My goodness.
Bruh, like attempted murder, you can walk away and go to bed peacefully.
And talking about my stomach hurt. Don't even know the gravity of what you just did. That's fake crazy.
Yeah, and then the fake throw up.
Yeah.
The dry heave throw up was crazy.
You working hard to, man, that's crazy. For me, my favorite scene. I say
the opening scene. That's a Mo is.
It's a runner up. Vito calling his wife, man. Just, saying like, I think her name Marie, but like just like I'm sorry. Like I think he genuinely is, because it's like he knew this day was coming and he hate that it's happening this way, but I think he genuinely was sorry, and he genuinely did love her in a different kind of way. So he loved her like a brother-in-law. So
like a cousin. He loved her like a cousin.
And that is our episode, man. We thank y'all for tuning in. Truly, it's been a wonderful episode. Hopefully, we'll continue to make y'all Mondays magical. If y'all want to reach out, goodearnerpod@gmail.com, or y'all can hit us up on goodearners_Sopranos on Instagram. Get your memes fixed from time to time. If y'all interested in any other podcasts we're involved in, y'all can just check the description. We're on YouTube as well as Apple and Spotify and all of those things. So we do a lot of other work outside of this pod, so y'all can check that out as well. We thank y'all for tuning in, and remember, don't forget about it.